Welcome back, Soul Tribe. What is your reputation in the spirit world? I appreciate your presence here and your viewership. Thank you to subscribers. Thank you to members as well. Today we're going to be taking a look at answering the question, what is your reputation in the spirit world? Hi, my name is Diana, Psychic Intuitive at the Magical Mermaids Tarot channel, and before you are 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is from the Manga Tarot, and the associated object is this gray agate slice. Pile 2 is from the Osho Zen Tarot, and the associated object is this teal blue agate slice. Pile 3 is from the MotherPeace Tarot, and the associated object is this pink dyed agate slice. And pile 4 is from the Good Tarot, and the associated object is this yellow agate slice. Please choose a pile that you feel most attracted to. If you are still undecided or would like to choose an additional pile, then let me add your zodiac signs. I'll be right back. The associated sun and rising zodiac signs for pile 1 are Aries, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. The associated sun and rising signs for pile 2 are Scorpio, Leo, and Libra. The associated sun and rising signs for pile 3 are Virgo, Pisces, and Gemini. The associated rising or sun sign, the associated sun or rising signs for pile 4 are Cancer, Taurus, and Aquarius. Please pause the video if you have to. Take your time, make your choice or choices, and I will see you at your reading or readings. Welcome to your reading pile 1. So what is your reputation in the spirit world? Let's move your number over to the left. You ended up with the gray agate slice, geode. You ended up with Aries, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. Okay, so let's do a vibe check. Ooh, let me turn your candle on. Let's light a candle there for you. Lighting the candle transforms this reading into a sacred and intentional ritual. It's also a physical and spiritual connection. Okay, it's a bridge that enhances our focus, protects this energy, and will be illuminating the hidden insights that we'll be discovering today. Okay, so lighting a candle during these readings is a very powerful, energetic move. Okay. Your reputation in the spiritual realm is that you're pretty neutral. You got neutral energy towards something or someone or some situation in your life. You might be a really good meditator. You might be good at keeping still within, which is very excellent practice for being powerfully spiritually linked. You're good at knowing time to remain silent and be a mystery. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely getting you a good meditator. You are maybe very prayerful. You may do good visualizations or engage in spiritual practices that are very calming, and you don't fall for the whole idea that you don't need to be still. You are definitely into being still. You understand the importance, you understand the power, and you engage regularly in this activity. It could be that you do intentional meditation sessions, or that you just have these quiet and still moments. You know the importance of being quiet and still, perhaps for the purposes of prayer or the purposes of meditation or tuning in. You may have sessions where you try to feel the vibes, you know. You may try to get a sense of what Spirit is trying to tell you. You tune in. You search for answers. That's possible. You close your eyes and you tune in and you pay attention to what is unseen or what is being whispered by your inner teacher. I'm getting that you've been good at cultivating inner peace. You're not letting, times of instability or uncertainty or confusion destabilize you, okay? Or perhaps you're getting better at not allowing uncertainty or circumstances that are sort of up in the air or stressful or hard to bear with to destabilize your inner peace, okay? You have been freeing yourself by becoming a spiritual warrior, freeing yourself from limiting circumstances, freeing yourself from, heck, even the material bindings, right? Being caught up in the physical, okay? You've been learning to detach from the physical by really getting into the spiritual, okay? I feel like you've been keeping yourself pretty grounded, actually. Down to earth. You've been concentrating more. You have been a good friend. I'm getting that too. Maybe really improving your relationships or improving your friendships. The way you do friendships is a lot better than it used to be. You're a very grounded person. You have been counteracting this external unstable circumstances, or I feel like you may have been dealing with something in particular that challenging your sense of stability and being grounded, and you've been combating this or making up for it by intentionally being more spiritually grounded, not allowing yourself to get caught up in the material, allowing yourself to get lost in the flurry of instability, the ebb flow, the upsets and vagaries of the physical realities of your situation. You're not getting swept up in it anymore. I see sort of like this wind all around you, things going, asunder, askew, helter skelter, or whatever. And you're like, no, while everyone else is losing their heads, I'll be keeping mine. Okay. So you could have been going through something recently. It's kind of like wants to make you more like, it's threatening to destabilize you or making you want to run helter skelter, but instead you're choosing to remain grounded and sure-footed when it comes to your internal state, your sense of connection to spirit, your understanding that overtakes anything else. If your spiritual, your inner self, your emotions and everything is being controlled and calmed, then everything else will fall in line. You understand that it starts there first. This is your reputation in the spirit world, is that you are becoming very powerful when it comes to stabilizing yourself from within, stabilizing your circumstances from the spiritual realm outward, letting that manifest out into the physical. Perhaps there's been some things going on and you're understanding the importance of being grounded within first. It starts there, right? Power 1, as above, so below, as within, so without. You're practicing this. This is how you're guarding and protecting yourself. You're guarding and protecting your inner state. You're doing a very good job at it too. Very good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what your first tarot card has to say. We have the Queen of Wands. You're protecting something. You're either protecting the vulnerable, or you're protecting your inner child, or you're protecting something you've been doing, some activity that you've been doing. You're very brave and you're very determined to stay focused on some type of activity. Let's get more information and we'll put it together here. We have the Princess of Wands. Okay. Yeah, it's some activity you've been doing for sure. Like an activity that you love to do. It could be a hobby. Perhaps it's the spiritual activity that we were picking up on earlier that you've been doing more of. Or it could just be just a hobby like something that you do, okay, for fun. You've been engaging in fun activities, and this hobby of yours, it's like a skill. It's a very powerful skill. You're learning to control something very powerful. It could be your own inner state. Maybe maybe in the past you've had issues with controlling your emotions, and you are learning as a fun hobby. You're making it a hobby. You're making it an activity to control this inner powerful you. That when it's out of control, oh, it's very, very bad. But when it's in control, it's like you have this powerful beast subdued and under your control. So together you can do powerful things with your inner chi, right? Your energy. Your reputation in the spiritual realm, Pal 1, is that you are a free spirit. Okay? You're exploring some idea. You're exploring some activity. And it's like message received. You may have gotten some type of message and you're acting on your impulse. Okay, you're acting on some either directive or inclination. Okay, let's get more information. We have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this new activity may be exercise. Or an exercise, right? There's something you've been doing, Pal 1, and it has a lot to do. It could be maybe you're juggling certain priorities. Maybe you got two different types of activities going on, or multiple activities going on. You have been exercising. For some of y'all, this may be true. For others, it's not. And your exercise is tied into this is the activity we're talking about, is your exercise, okay? Maybe you started playing more. You started just getting into a hobby just for the heck of it, for the fun of it. And this is impacting that's what we're hearing. Your reputation is that you get into your hobbies, that you exercise, that you do activities that you love to do, that you feel intuitively and instinctively drawn towards, that you take very good care of your body. You might be very attractive, Pal 1. That's your reputation, is that you're attractive, and that you protect the activities that keep you attractive. You protect the things you do for fun. Maybe you prioritize. You have multiple priorities. Maybe you're going to work and doing some things that you need to do that are must-haves, and then you're doing the other thing that's for fun. Your reputation is that you made a change. Perhaps you had a switch up of some kind involving a hobby or an activity that you do. Spirit guides are saying that you're very good at juggling something too, juggling multiple priorities. When it comes to, I don't know what specifically, we're going to get more information. It could be 2 sources of income. We have the 5 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like someone's been trying to pressure you, and you are not letting it happen. That's what your reputation is, that you don't allow bullies to win. People trying to bully you or force you to maybe change your lifestyle or change the way you're doing things. You're not allowing them to win, okay? You are real strong on your boundaries when it comes to someone or people who want you to stop doing what you do. Maybe there's a line of work you do that you find to be very fun. Maybe a passionate hobby that you've turned into a source of income. And you are not allowing people who are naysayers to control that, okay? Okay, interesting. Let's keep going. We have the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Wands. The Page of Swords. You are truthful and you are curious about other people's perspectives, but you don't let it define your own, okay? You're also very alert to people trying to force you to do something different than from the way you want to do it, okay? And so this is your reputation, is that you're calling the shots. Yeah, you're calling the shots. You've had to deal with some resistance You've had to deal with people, I feel like these people these may be like gatekeeping spirits or something like this, that have been sent your way by the forces of, I don't know, like inertia. This could be just life. People are always the universe is going to send you people to test you and say, we don't think you should be doing this. We don't think you should be, following this impulse that you have, or naysaying what you're doing. And in a way, it's there to test you, to see if you'll give up what you have been doing or want to be doing. But you've refused to do it. Instead, you've shown curiosity about these perspectives, instead of you draw on your boundary lines and maintain curiosity. So it's not a situation where if anyone's naysayed you, Pile 1, you haven't been like, la la la, don't want to hear it, la la, no, I'm going to do my thing. You've been doing it in a very good way. If someone's naysaying you, but you've known in your heart, you're very confident, Pile 1, that this is what you're supposed to be doing. If someone has spoken against it, you have drawn your boundary lines, you know who you are, but you've also been curious as to what it is they're saying and why they're saying that. Okay, perhaps the resistance has been towards you wanting to do a couple of different things, or maybe someone thinks that you're having too much fun and they're trying to get in the way of your fun. Okay, that's possible. Get more information. We're having here the Empress. Yeah, so your reputation, Pile 1, is that you're very focused. This is the interesting. State number 4 is the Empress in this deck. That's weird. The 4 is usually the Emperor. Let me take a look at this deck here. Let me look at the booklet that comes with this deck. I want it to explain itself, Let's see what their angle is on this. So the Emperor is usually about structure, control, protection. And the Empress is usually about care, nurturing, abundance, fruition. Okay, in this booklet that comes with it, we're getting Pile 4. A shameless glance indicates an unblemished conscience. So you've been nurturing yourself and nurturing others, Pile 1. You've been nurturing something too. It could be a business. You've been developing a lot of confidence. You're very confident when it comes to the path that you've chosen. Spirit guides are saying that you've been tested even on how much you want to do this, and you have stood your ground and overcome the bullies and not let yourself be swayed from what it is that you're doing. And the word on you, Pile 1, is that you are thriving. You are standing bold, standing strong, and your glance when you look at people. When you say, it's like you're bold-faced, Pile 1. You say what it is you're doing. You say what it is you're about. You don't flinch. You don't stutter. You are strong in it. Okay? You are stepping into your power, Pile 1. Your masculine power, your feminine power. You're not playing, Pile 1. You're not playing around. You're taking things very seriously. And what you have put your energy into is growing. It's blooming. It's blossoming. It's like, it's funny, I said you're not playing, but in a way you are playing, because you've chosen something that you find very fun. You've chosen something that you played with anyway, and you've turned it into a business. Or you are making your exercise routine, you're focusing in, you're taking something that you do for fun, and you're getting some serious benefits out of it. Okay, so maybe you love to go jogging, and you just love it. It's not even really about, I'm doing it to lose weight, or I'm doing it to, look buff or whatever. But it is leading to you being able to stand your ground on certain things, and hold your own in front of other people. People are showing you respect, Pile 1, because you are showing people what you are, what you're about, who you are, what you do, what you're for. You're confident about that now. Someone may have asked you questions and you've been like, well, let me show it to you. And you've showed them through actions. Okay? You've protected what it is that you're growing. You've protected what it is that you're nurturing. Okay? You are growing something and you are protecting it like intently, furiously. I wouldn't say angrily. It's more like just with a certain passion and intensity that cannot be mistaken, Pile 1. You really stepped into your confidence too. Okay? And you're no longer, you're not ashamed of it. Like, here's a good example. Let's say you like braiding hair or something. And for a long time, you came from a family background that was like, yeah, okay, here's what you're going to be doing when you grow up. You're going to be a doctor, or you're going to be a lawyer, or you're going to be a nurse, or you're going to be this, you're going to come work for us in the family business, and something very formal, stable, solid, and expected of you. But as you grew up, you realized you always had this hobby on the side, okay? Where you just braid hair. You'd braid a horse's mane. You'd braid doll's hair. You'd braid your friend's hair. You'd braid your hair. And it just comes naturally to you. And you find it extremely fun. And you do all these intricate patterns, and it just comes naturally to you, okay? It's like you can do it in your sleep and you would enjoy it. It's like not a job. It's not work. It's fun. It's a passion. And you all of a sudden realize, you know what? Why do I got to go to school to go become a lawyer? Why do I got to do this? Why do I got to do that? When I'm really good at and very much enjoy braiding. Okay? Something like this. It's an example. And you're realizing that, oh my gosh, I was given a gift. I was given a natural inclination to do something. It comes extremely easily to me. I do it for fun. So maybe you love running. Well, guess what? Maybe you decided, I'm going to be a running coach. I'm going to teach people how to run correctly and watch their posture or be an athlete or something. I don't know what it is, but there's something you've decided, Pawan, that you are really good at, and you're no longer going to shirk or hide behind and say, oh, this is not what they're expecting of me. They're going to expect so much more of me. Then you're done. You're done being ashamed. You're done being embarrassed or making excuses for it. Okay? You're stepping up. You're standing your ground. You're protecting and defending your territory when it comes to this thing you love to do. And you're following that inner thought, that inner voice is saying, no, this is what you're supposed to be doing, Pawan. You're like, okay, I'll listen. That's what I'll do. I'm also getting that this thing that you've chosen to do is doing very well. It is doing very well. Okay? It's growing, it's blooming, it's blossoming, it's thriving. It'll bring you abundance. It's bringing you abundance. So I'm getting, stick with it. Okay, stick with it. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. We have love begins. Okay. You're about what you love. That's your reputation, Pawan. You're about what you love to do, what you love to give. I'm getting also that, you're about your heart. Whatever is flowing from your heart, you're there. And you are so on the money with that, Pawan. This is your heart chakra right here. Okay? We're seeing a cup. We're seeing flowing water. We're seeing emotions. We're seeing intuition. We're seeing all these wonderful things. Your heart's open and you're about the flow right now. Okay, Pawan? Things are flowing for you. And you are standing confidently in that. There's a promise linked with you engaging in this activity that if you pursue this activity, you will be bountifully blessed. You are being bountifully blessed, and you will be. Okay? It will grow. It'll come easy. It will come to fruition. Something is going to just sprout, blossom for you. And it is right now. That's your reputation. Is it something you chose that you love? Something you chose, it could be a person too. This relationship is flowing with this person because your heart was in them. Your heart is into this person or this thing. It could be multiple things. It's the key to your beauty. It's the key to your... I also feel like you're very popular. You're popular, Pawan. And the reason you're popular is because you chose to do something you love. Or you chose to encourage people, right? This is about mentoring others. Encourage people to do what it is they love. Or be with who they love. Okay? We're getting number 69. The vessel. You're attractive, Pawan. Oh my gosh. You're attractive. I don't care if you don't think you're attractive. You're attractive. Physically. Okay? And you have a great shape to you. You have a great body shape. And you are... you've done well with keeping up your aesthetics, okay? You know, it's funny. We see a cup here, a bowl with water pouring forth. We see another bowl with water in it, and you're standing in that bowl. Power one, you have dipped yourself into your own heart, your own intuition, your own love, you live in love. You live from that place where your heart is the most open, okay? This is your reputation, is that you honor, like, you're like, no, what I love is where I should be. That's where I should be located, okay? This is how you're living, Power One. This is your reputation, is that you honor what you love. No pretending, no BS, okay? And you following this path is making you beautiful. It's like a fountain of youth for you. You are, your health is strong. You're physically active. Perhaps it's an activity you like to do. Like it could be exercise, it could be something else. But you are all about that thing. And it is like youth. It's the fountain of youth, okay, for you. I feel like, something tried to block out your light. And you refuse. This is how you fight against the darkness. Pile one is that you keep yourself grounded in what you love, regardless of how dark things get. Okay, regardless of how shrouded things get, or obscured, or maybe negative times come in, and all this negativity is all around you. Whatever, you remain grounded in what you love. You keep pouring it forth, and this keeps you in a state of flow. Okay, we have chair. Okay, yeah, you're definitely grounded. You're definitely grounded in something, Power One. You stay focused on maintaining a certain type of balance in your life. You stay, I feel like whatever it is you do for a living, Power One, or whatever it is that you sit and you stay focused on, that is what you're about. Power One, your reputation is that you may sit a lot too, though. You might need to get up and walk more. You might need to exercise a bit more. But what I'm getting is that your reputation is that you sit and stay focused on what it is that is important to you. What it is that you love, what it is that is your calling, whatever it is that you're here to do. You honor that intuitive call in your heart, and there you stay. Spirit is also saying that you are good, actually, about doing this and exercising, doing this and doing some other activity, doing the thing you love and doing a 9-to-5 that brings in more substantial money, and at the same time doing the other thing. You stay focused, you stay grounded, you stay where you're supposed to be at. Okay? You've got a seat there. All right? You're stable when it comes to, I'm getting sitting, like that Zen practice of sitting, because I got someone sitting. So you may do the Zen practice of sitting pretty regularly. All right, this might be a meditation, might be really important to you. That might be one of the activities you're really into. I feel like you're also you're staying focused on, you keep an eye on your shadow elements. Okay. You're not letting your shadow elements get away from you. You understand that they serve a purpose, and you do not allow them to get too big or out of proportion. Okay? Meaning that if you got some traits that you know are not serving you, you keep an eye on it. You keep it small. And you don't turn a blind eye to what's wrong. You either fix it or you keep note of it, and you're like, I got to work on that. Okay? Very nice, Power One. We have the Sentinel. Again, remember I said you're very determined? You're very certain about something. Oh my gosh, Power One, that's amazing. So, your reputation is that you stand guard. You're guarding something, Power One. You're protecting something. Something that others have challenged at one point or another in the past. That maybe you don't know what you're doing, or what you're doing is a waste of time, or whatever. You're like, no, I'm guarding that. Because spirit guide is saying you're very sure of your position. You're very sure of what it is you've chosen. You're very sure of what it is that you are doing. And nothing's going to be moving you from there. Okay? I feel like it's like you have a position, and you're positioned, you're guarding the doorway of this thing. No one's going to come in to disturb you. You're not going to allow anyone to come push you off your seat. The only time you get off your seat is to create balance in your life. So you're not just all about this thing continuously. You try to do other stuff to make sure that you're balanced. Because I think you're aware, your shadow is that you're aware that you may get too obsessed with this thing, whatever it is. And so you have learned how to create balance in your life so that you can hold on to this thing, hold it dear to your heart, and keep balance going on in your life. So you're not loving it or having this thing that you love in an imbalanced or in an imbalanced way. Okay, you're not holding on to it in a dysfunctional way. You're holding on to it in a functional, normal, sane, and balanced way. That's what we're seeing. Okay, we're getting amor again, love, right? Amor fati, and this is the love for your fate. You're in love with your fate, Pal One. That's your reputation on the spirit world. You're in love with the gift you were given. You're in love with the path you have. Even if it's been difficult, even if you have to stand up for yourself, you're in love with the process of having to stand up for yourself. You're in love with the gift you've been given. You're in love with the process, with the path that you chose works for you, Pal One. That's your reputation on the spiritual world. It's fun for you. You love it. You could do it all day and all night. Okay? Gates of triumph. I just said standing guard at the gates of something. Success expands in your life. Part one, the gossip on you is that you're going to be very successful. You're at the gates of triumph. You found the right, you're barking up the freaking correct tree on this one. Okay? There's something you've chosen to do in your life that other people have tried to make it seem like you're wasting your time, or like it's wrong, or you've had certain experiences that have maybe, like trying to present itself to you like this isn't what you should be doing or whatever, but you're like, you keep coming back to, but I love this thing. This comes naturally to me. I can do this in my sleep. I can do this with my eyes closed and my hands tied behind my back. This is where I'm supposed to be at. That's the thing I should be doing. You keep coming back to that. And it's like you found a way to connect it to a pathway that's going to lead you to abundance. Because I'm seeing that with the Empress, okay? And then look, we see the gate thrown open, wide open, and leading off into the land of milk and honey, okay? Success is expanding in your life as a result of having showed curiosity about this path, this choice in your life that you've made. Okay, you've been rewarded by showing curiosity about something you were feeling called towards, by learning about it, by being curious, by asking questions, by being vigilant, applying your intellect. You've gone into it, and you've been honest with yourself that you're very interested in this thing. You've pursued it, and I'm getting this from the Page of Swords here. Okay. And you've gleaned certain insights that you've not let it go. You're not letting it go. You're like, no, I've got the tiger by the tail, right? I've got a tiger by the tail and I'm not letting go. That's your reputation in the spirit world, is that you're onto something, you know it, and you're not letting it go. No matter how much maybe resistance you encounter or experiences that maybe want to mislead you, make you think you're not supposed to be doing that. No, you're standing strong. Okay? And in fact, you're standing strong and you're not allowing yourself to hold on to this thing you love in an imbalanced or dysfunctional way. That's how much you love it. You're like, no, I'm not going to hold on to this thing in such a way that I'll let it destroy me by doing it so much like I'm a kid, like I don't know any better. Okay, imagine this. There's something you're really into and you're extremely good at it, but you make sure you only do it 3 days a week or 4 days a week. And you make sure that the rest of the days of the week, you're doing other things. You're, maybe running errands or, because you love that thing so much, you could get lost in it for 24/7. You don't indulge yourself in that way. Part one. You understand that this thing is like an indulgence. Even though you're very good at it, and it's actually a gift, and you're very good at it, Pal One. Okay? You're born to do this. You're born to do it, Pal One. But you also know that you're supposed to create balance with the things you love. You can't just do. You get burned out. You know it. And so you're protecting this thing by creating balance in your life. You've protected this thing from being, taken away from you, or having naysayers come, convince you to leave this behind. Oh, no, no. Okay? Next we have blocked. Pal 1. You have blocked people who are trying to naysay you, challenge you, who are trying to mess with this thing that you have. That's your reputation. Is that people who come at you talking rubbish. Look at your shield, your sword. Look, the spears and a sword. You know, like I'm sorry, spears and a battle shield. You've got a shield there too. It's like, and look, you got a sword and you draw your line in the sand right there. You're like, do not step beyond this point. Stay back. Because you know it's supposed to be protected. You're not wishy-washy about this thing, pal. One. You're not wishy-washy about it at all. If someone has tried to come at you being a little mosquito, trying to, you're like, all right, blocked. You now understand it's not for you to be explaining yourself. You don't explain yourself. You are certain of what it is you're supposed to be doing, where you stand on things. And you are willing to block out energies that make no damn sense, because you're like, anyone who's like buzzing, you show curiosity about them. So anyone who's trying to like naysay you or talk you down, you show a little bit of curiosity, which in the back of your mind, you're like, I already know this is rubbish. Maybe I can glean some little bits of insight. Maybe they can help me improve something here or there. But I know that if they're telling me that I shouldn't be doing this thing, or that I suck at it, that they're wrong and they need to be removed, because I need to protect my peace, right? I need to protect the boundaries of this thing that I'm doing, because I am locked in, and it's the thing I was born to do. It's the thing I was born to do. It's the thing that I enjoy doing. It's the thing I'm going to be doing. Wow. Kudos to you, pile 1. Next we have ambition. Exactly. It has to do with an ambition of yours. And it could be like something that you, maybe it has to do with your intuition, or has to do with love, has to do with families, has to do with relationships, has to do with I don't know, intuition, your heart, emotions, maybe a therapist, or, you know, I don't know what it is, or just something you love, and you now know, oh, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be doing this. Nothing can convince you otherwise. This is your reputation in the spirit world. And you are correct, Power 1. You're correct. Okay? I'm just giving you confirmation. The reading is giving you confirmation. That's the message here from the spirit world. It's also confirmation. Okay? You have a very strong desire to achieve and develop a higher status in something. And increase your skills at something. And to succeed on the highest levels with something. It could be even like you may be competing. Maybe you are into athletics or sports, or is there something you do? And it's like, you're like, that's what I'm born to do. And some people might view this thing as a hobby. Some people may have the nerve or the audacity to view this thing you love doing as, oh, but that's just a hobby though. That's not a big deal. That's not gonna lead you to anything. Yeah, it's a hobby for most people, but for you, Pal 1, you're the type that can turn this hobby into a full-time job, a career, because you're that good. You're that good at it, Pal 1. You're way better than a lot of people doing this thing. Way better. You're gifted at it, actually. You're a genius at it. Very intelligent. Okay? And so all you've been waiting for all this time is to grow in your confidence of this thing. Okay? That's what you've been waiting for all this time. And you finally got there. That's your reputation. You finally got to the point where you are now realizing, oh my gosh, I'm done apologizing for this thing. If people don't get that I'm amazing at this, then they need to get out of my sphere, get out of my world. I don't want them derailing me. You block them out. You block out the nuisance. Okay? You protect your kingdom. Power 1. Now I get it why the Empress is also the Emperor in your deck, your chosen deck, is that you're a powerful Empress. You're growing something. You got it's not just a garden, it's a massive acreage with it's a forest is there, just teeming growth, life, and you are standing guard at the helm. You're standing guard with a massive sword. Look, a sword in hand, and a massive shield. Look at the shields, and you got the spears to protect. Got the gates. You're guarding something. You're like, I'm not gonna let anyone just come in here and try to poo-poo all over this thing. It's not gonna happen. Not on my watch, right, Power 1? Wow. Okay. So you could be a genius of some type. You could be like a genius at some type of game or activity. or something that you has been a hobby of yours for a long time. Some people might consider it a hobby type of activity, but for you, you're so good at it that it's not just a hobby, Part 1. Okay, a lot of people might be doing this thing, but they do it for fun, but you are like a genius at it. So do it for a living, and that's what is your reputation on spirit realm. It's like you're like, nah, I got the tiger by the tail on this one. Okay, all right. It's like if 5,000 people showed up to a certain place at a convention to do this thing that you're interested in, that you love so much. Okay, people that are interested, hobbyists, the people that are pursuing it, some seriously, some for fun, whatever. And you show up. If you do a competition with all of them, you'll be like in the top 1, 2, or 3 out of this 5,000 people. Can you imagine? You will beat out the rest of the competition handedly. Okay. Next we have the iced coffee. Okay. Oh my gosh, you see this? We got the iced coffee. When the iced coffee first came out, I'm sure people were very excited about it. But you see all these people, these throngs of people looking up at this iced coffee going, oh my gosh. Part 1. Your talent is, or whatever it is that you are doing, is lauded by many. You may have thought at one point that you weren't very good. No, you are phenomenal. You're world class at this thing. Don't even doubt yourself on it, Part 1. This is your reputation on spirit realm is that you have been singled out as a special vessel for this type of power or activity or talent or element or idea or I don't know what it is. You have been singled out, Part 1. This is the word on you in the spirit realm. You've been singled out for something, and you are specially gifted in it. Okay? Look, another cup with a fluid in it. A bowl with fluid in it. A bowl of fluid. It's just pouring. Yeah. So there is something you possess, Part 1. It's like holy water. I just heard that. Holy water. And you are specially designed to carry this emotional messages that heal the heart. It could be like you could be healing the hearts of others. It could be artistic. It could be emotional healing messages. It could be there's something you do. Okay, it could be like maybe you own a restaurant, or I'm not a restaurant, but you own like a cafe, or you make this drink or something, and you have dialed it in, and it's like a healing elixir for people. It's a healing elixir. This thing you do, this thing you provide, this thing you create, this thing you make, and it was a gift given to you from the heavens to help you combat what has been stifling you on the physical realm. It's to help you combat it. Okay, and it doesn't just help you, it's going to be helping others. Okay, there are others who are like, oh my gosh, they've had a taste of this thing you do, Part 1, and they're like, oh my gosh, Part 1, give us more. You have throngs, crowds, like just hordes of customers or people, fans, or I don't know what it is, that are very interested in you because of this gift that you hold within you. You are a vessel for a very special gift, Part 1. That is the reputation on you in the spirit world. Let's keep it moving here. We have Helix. Eye of God, protection. You're protected, Part 1. You're protected. You are protected. The eye of God is upon you. Okay? The spiritual realm, they have their eyes on you. They have their eyes on you. Because there is something you are here to do, Part 1. You've been specially appointed to do something. To bring a message to the earth, or to maybe it's a book you're writing, maybe it's a philosophy, maybe it's the way you teach something. It's a message. It's like I'm getting a lot. I'm getting Indigo Child, Starseed Children type of vibe from this, Part 1. You're part of a wave. You've come here to do something very special. And you're done doubting it. You will ask a healthy amount of questions, because to be like, oh, I'm certain of what I'm doing, I never want to talk to anyone again, I know exactly what it is. You have this unique blend of being very certain And always open to learning, always open to seeing things from a bunch of different perspectives, just to kind of check yourself, checks and balances. But you are super grounded, super grounded in your talent and your calling. Pile 1. Okay. Next we have cross. Wow, you have a duty. Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ carrying that cross up Calvary Hill. So pile 1, it could be a religion. It could be you're called to practice a certain religion. You're called to practice or faith. And it's like you're here to defend a certain spiritual outlook. You're here to defend and protect a certain, either a religion or some type of spiritual activity. You are given a duty. You are given a duty, and you're carrying out your duty, and you will be carrying it out till the day you are off this planet, Pile 1. I'm telling you, this is what you are born to do on this planet. This is confirmation. I don't know who need to hear this, but it is loud and clear. I'm getting that from this pile. Okay. It could be that you are a born-again Christian. I'm not going to judge anyone's religion here. You could be you're Hindu, or it could be one of those things where when you weren't born into this religion, or you weren't born into this faith, or you weren't born knowing about this stuff. You found out about it, you picked up this hobby and realized, oh my gosh, this is what I was meant to be. And maybe at first you didn't take it very seriously because you're like, well, it's just this fun thing I'm doing on the side. It's just this fun hobby that I do. But you've come to realize, oh my gosh, I'm specially meant for this. Why? Why is that? You've asked. You've been curious. And you're realizing that you are born, you're a warrior, born to express this thing on our planet, planet Earth, for the benefit of people, and to protect it from persecution, protect it from people naysaying it. It needs to be defended, whatever this is, Pile 1. And you are one of the people who are here to do it. Okay, especially you. You're a chosen one. We got mirror, self-reflection. What did I say? That you're not just so confident, that you're not blindly confident, Pile 1. Okay? You have checks and balances in your life. Okay? Namely, maybe doing this thing part-time, not completely committing yourself to it. Not yet. Maybe you're working towards that. Or maybe always asking yourself questions. Yes, looks like I'm being inexorably led down this pathway. But wait a minute, let me look around me. Where am I? What's going on? You see, you're not losing your head with this thing. You're being very grounded as you pursue it. You are reflecting on yourself. You're reflecting on your shadow element. Like, is this being shadow led? Am I being led by some imbalanced, impractical part of myself? Is that what's going on here? You are asking all the right questions, all the hard questions. You're looking at things squarely. So this is the best way to go about this thing, Pile 1. You're doing it in the best way ever. And that's your reputation. This is part of your reputation. Next, we have the hungry ghosts. Obsessions. Yeah, see? You're obsessed with this thing, Scarcity consciousness and attachment. There is definitely something that you're very into, Pile 1. Definitely. Like I said, it's going to be different for each of y'all that are watching, and you'll know what it is. There's not going to be any confusion about this, Pile 1. You're going to know. And it might be two things. It's possible it's two different things. And you're being encouraged. The word on you, Pile 1, I feel like there's also an encouragement being implied here that you should do both. That you should create this balance. You should juggle. You should. It's okay. Okay? Or maybe or if you feel like, I'm done juggling, I just want to focus on this thing, do that too. Whatever your intuition is telling you, do it, because you're designed to do this. You are, okay? And you're hungry for it. Your soul is hungry for it. You may have gone through a phase where you turned away from it, or denied yourself of it, or very, very much limited yourself on it because you felt guilty or something. No, what you've done is created a hunger in your soul. You've created a hunger in your soul, Pile 1, and your reputation is that you're all about this thing. You're all about this thing. And it could be to help combat scarcity consciousness. in the world. Maybe that's what you're here to do, is to let people know, you're not limited. You're not limited. You're here to be an example to others, that you don't have to do just one thing. You can do it both. Or you can, if you feel called to a hobby, maybe this is where you're being an example, and it may seem like a hobby to others or whatever. Do that thing. Take it seriously, because people need to see your talent. People need you are talented at that thing for a reason. That is the message, right? The message is that this is a passion of yours. The message is that this is, if you're enthusiastic about it, then that is a great sign for you to explore it. Okay? Explore this passion of yours. We have the Maiden. A new relationship blossoms. Okay, so I feel like you may have met someone, Pile 1. You may have met someone. And you may have fallen in love with someone. It could be a someone, it could be something. For a few of you, it's a person. Okay, for a few of you, it's a person. And you're meant to give yourself to this person. This relationship that you're currently considering it's going to blossom. It's going to blossom, okay? And it's going to flow. It's going to flow for you. It's not going to be a bunch of struggle and, helter-skelter and fits and starts and da-da-da. It's what you're meant to do. Or if it's a person and you're feeling called powerfully to this person, that's your, soulmate, or a connection at the very least that you're meant to explore fully. Don't hold yourself back, okay? If it's flowing, if the connection's flowing, lean into it. See where it goes, okay? We have positive definitely a relationship is coming through for some of y'all. And this could be your passion in something you do and a relationship with some of y'all. Could be both. For some of y'all, it could be just a relationship with something or someone. Your reputation in the spirit world, part 1, is that you have a positive partnership in your life. The relationship that you have in your life or partnership that you formed is a good one. It's going to bring you success. Don't doubt it. Together, you're going to create more than you would by yourself. Okay? You got a partner in your life that it's like they see you, they feel you. They're like, I got you. I know what you're about. If this partner is your life and you've also got this calling, they're going to be in full support of this calling. Full support. They're going to see that you're meant to do this. They're not going to be doubting you. They're not going to be a naysayer. They're going to support you in it. And in fact, you'll go a lot further with this person's support. Okay? Wow. Beautiful message. We have, oh my gosh. Look, we got the sword. Drawing the line in the sand. We got the Page of Swords holding up, staying on guard. We got the Empress, which is, has 4 in it, which is a little strange, but that's your unique message. A big sword, a scabbard, in its scabbard, and also this shield, okay? We've got the Sentinel with the shield. We got the spears on the Sentinel card with the shield, okay? We've got guard with a sword in hand. Oh, my goodness! Part 1, your reputation in the spirit world is that you are here to guard and protect something or someone. You're here to guard. You're a warrior. You're meant to protect, fight for something. Okay? And you will know it you will know what this thing is by how you feel about it. If you feel obsessed with this thing, if you feel like this is what you're supposed to be doing, you just feel called to it. You just always go to it. That's what you do. That's what you want to do. That's what you feel drawn to, or who you feel drawn to. Then you're supposed to guard or protect this situation. Okay? And you have been. You have been. Your reputation in the spirit world, part 1, is that you're standing guard at the gate leading into this thing that's going to make you prosperous, that's going to bring you love or a positive relationship. You're fighting for a positive relationship. You're fighting for this spirituality, or this you're fighting for this religion, or you're fighting for this talent to protect it. You're fighting to compete. You're fighting to win at something, Part 1. Wow. Okay. We have innocence, Lily. Yeah. It's coming from a good place, Part 1. It's coming from a good place. You are meant to be there. You're meant to be with this thing. It's not, I feel like some of you all may have questioned this and thought, is this coming from my shadow aspect, this thing I'm obsessed with, or this person? Is this like something dark? Is this something negative? Is this something toxic? At the end of the day, is it something I'm supposed to be doing, or is it like, because I think you have a hard time, you doubt it, Pawan, because of how into it you are. You're starting to feel like, I don't know, as much as I'm into this thing and how on fire I am for it and how good I am at it and how much I want to do it, I'm starting to doubt maybe I shouldn't be doing this thing. No, Pawan. You're coming from a place of innocence about this. It's a good thing. It's an innocent thing. Okay? It's coming from a place of purity. And that's part of what we're seeing there. Next, we have Ghostlands. Oh my gosh, you see this connection, Pawan. We have Ghostlands and we have the Hungry Ghosts. Some of you may be channelers. Maybe you channel, you channel spirits, spiritual beings, or people who have crossed over to the other side or something. You know, you get messages from there, from the other side. You know, you're very connected. You're in touch with the spiritual side. Very, okay. Let's see what this, I want to read this Ghostlands message here. Yeah, I want to read what this Ghostlands message, let me get the booklet out. Curious. Because I've got my own messages coming through. Alright. That, you know, I'm getting like a chronometer feel. Okay. That it's divine timing. It's divine timing. You're following your internal clock. There is a fate at play here for you, Pawan. You're supposed to be doing something by a certain time. And all you're doing at this point is keeping up with your schedule. You're keeping up with it, okay? We got the Zodiac signs. We got these symbols. I'm not sure what those are. But let's get some information. We have 17. This is from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing. For rarely do the present and future match up exactly on the enchanted map that is your life story. The future has no substance right now. It is a place that has no grounding as of yet. You can't live there, yet you can take measured steps toward a goal or dream. These steps are important now. See? You see what I'm saying, Pawan? There's something you are working towards, you're moving towards, you're following a calling. You've been put on a plan. The universe has a plan for you. And you're taking the steps, you're following the schedule, okay? You're sticking with schedule, you're on point, okay? The same goes for nostalgia. You can look into the past wistfully and remember beautiful moments or revisit lessons learned. However, you can't live there, nor can you go back and change what was. Yesterday is gone forever. Live fully in the present. The now is the most powerful place to put your attention. Its magic reaches out in every direction, further than the heart and soul can see. So, Pawan, the message here, yeah, as far as your reputation in the spirit realm, is that you are not playing anymore. You're not saying, "Oh, I'm really into this thing, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna go. You know, I think maybe I need to set this aside and go do this other thing. You know, I don't know. You're not dilly-dallying anymore. You're sticking with the schedule because you've got a destination to reach. You've got a goal to meet." And this is all part of it's on your birth chart. This is part of the plan for your life, or your lifetime, okay, on this planet. Next, we have, there's definitely a relationship here. There's a relationship being featured here, Pawan. Okay, your reputation on the spirit realm is that you are very focused on a relationship with a certain person, or this thing you're doing. Okay, so take it as it resonates. Okay, and you see eye to eye. You are locked in. It's what you're meant to be doing. And if you have a relationship in your life, this is the person for you. It is a positive partnership. And I feel like you're being given reassurances about this. Okay? Perhaps you've had to fight for this relationship, some of y'all. Okay? And it's saying, I feel like the message is, don't doubt yourself because you had to fight. No. Don't doubt it. You're meant to have this relationship. They're here to help you achieve this bigger, grand aim in your life. Okay? They're like an assistant for you. You see eye to eye. They see eye to eye with you. They're like, I got you. I see you. I see you as you are. I see the light in you. I see the special being that you are, that you're designed for this. I get it. And you need this kind of faith around you, Pawan. This person of faith is around you. And they're going to help propel you and assist you towards your grand destiny. And your destiny is what? I'm seeing abundance, okay? I'm seeing abundance. I'm seeing a land of milk and honey. I'm seeing a place where a lot of people are going to be cheering you on and wanting more of what it is that you give. This could be a business. This could be a product. This could be you could be a performer. You could be this could be literally like a recipe. Maybe you're a great chef. Maybe you know how to put together something, and people are wanting more of it because it's good for them and it tastes great. It could be to professionally compete at something, and people want this, to see this in their lives. This is adding meaning to the world. Okay, you're designed for this contest or competition, and that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, pal. One is as to what is your reputation in the spirit world. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated with you, then please let me know exactly how in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you on that. Also, please do me a favor. I'd like to push the hi button. It's meant to promote small channels like mine, and we can grow this community together with your soul tribes and have other people come in. And so there'll be more of you in the comment section, connecting with each other, supporting each other in this. Thank you so much for watching and bring your energy to the spread. It's a pleasure doing a reading for you. Take good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, pile 2. What is your reputation in the spirit world? Let's move your number to the left here. And you chose the teal blue agate slice. Or maybe you didn't. You just ended up with it. And you ended up with the Scorpio, Leo, and Libra. Let me light your candle here so we can create a spiritual bridge or connection and also protect the energy here for us. Okay, so pile 2. What is your reputation in the spirit world? What is your reputation in the spirit world? I see, pile 2, that you are very spiritual and you're very spiritually inspired. You may have some spiritual skills or talents or abilities. You might be very good at astral projection. You may have astrally projected during your dream or during a meditative session, and you have the ability to do so. Maybe you don't realize that you have the ability, and you need to work on it to bring it forth. And that's what that's your reputation, is that you have the ability to do it. Whether or not you've tried it or not, or whether or not you experienced it or not, that's a whole other conversation. Also getting that you're very calm, especially in communication. You communicate very calmly. You foster harmony in your environment within yourself and with others. You are forgiving, and you are protected. You protect others and you are protected. Your reputation is that you do have some wisdom, pile 2. You are quite wise. You are quite wise. You have shared some of this wisdom with others. You keep calm. You have inner peace. Your emotions are by and large under control, or you have the ability to control your emotions and bring it back down to calm. You're truthful. I do feel that you're truthful, and you're very understanding. You're understanding of life. Where others might hear a story and they're all up in arms and angry, your mind is already working to see all the different perspectives and be understanding of all different things and factors that could be happening. And you tend to arrive more at the truth than others do. Okay? I feel like others jump to conclusions. While others are jumping to conclusions, you're gaining certain insights from different perspectives that's helping you put together a more rational and balanced understanding of the truth. You're a good friend. You're a good friend. You are down to earth and very stable. You are able to hype up your friends, help your friends feel better. You're able to focus on what needs to be done. Like, for instance, if you have a business, you stay focused on that business or that job. your focus is good, or you've been correcting this and working on your focus. I feel like you're steadily improving your situation. You have, for instance, if you've got like an addiction, or if your friends have an addiction, or there's something that needs attention or needs to be corrected, you steadily work on it. You steadily work to heal your situation or fix your situation. Yeah, you're very good at manifesting too. I feel like you might be really good at manifesting success for yourself, not just materially, but just in matters in life. Like, for instance, I'll give an example. Say, like everyday matters. Like, you might be like, okay, I've got this issue with this person, or there's something going on, and I really want to show up at this place and have everything going on with this car, or with this person, or with this situation be as smooth as possible. How can I manifest that? And you are very good at manifesting success in various situations in your life. I do feel like maybe there's been some type of situation that you've been needing to release in your life. You've been needing to release it, or there's some sort of negative or pessimistic energy that's come your way that you've been needing to sort of expel. But I feel like you're doing your reputation in the spirit world, pile 2, is that you are handling it pretty well, actually. I feel like you might be involved in spell work or prayer work or something. So you've been doing making some type of effort to push away this negative energy that's sort of trying to like discombobulate your situation or kind of mess you up. And I feel like you're overwhelming this negative situation with all you have, all that you've got to give. Your concentration, your magic, your constructive abilities, and I feel like you're ending up with success. You're ending up with success. You're getting certain deals are coming through for you. Your business ventures are succeeding. You are being very creative. Vitality is coming back into your life. If something had come to, I feel like, I'm getting like, I don't know why I'm feeling like someone childish or something karmic is trying to mess with you. But you are overwhelming it, pile 2. That's your reputation in the spirit world. You're overwhelming negative, childish energy, or karmic energy, or low vibrational energy. That's not, I feel like it's trying to sort of mess up your situation. But you're like, okay, you can be messing up my situation, but I'm going to be radiating all this. I'm going to be radiating good energy. I'm going to be radiating stability. I'm going to be radiating magic. I'm going to be radiating blessings. I'm going to be radiating focus and concentration on the things I need to be doing to have a good life, regardless of this energy. Okay. And it's working. It's working because I see that it's being canceled out. It's being canceled out. Okay. That's your reputation. You're canceling out negative energy in your life. And it's working. You're being effective at it. All right, you're overwhelming it with this sort of like diffuse, ambient energy. Okay, all around, you're overwhelming it with. I feel like you're not, I think you are directly targeting it. Okay, and you are at the same. You got a strategy. Okay, you're targeting this negative energy with directly and with your entire environment, with all of your being in a general way as well. And it's working. It's working. That energy is being canceled out. I feel like someone sent you negative energy. I'm being honest with you. Okay. Now I don't really tend to get into, someone's sending you bad energy and it's messing you up, or it's a curse or something like this. But I am picking up on something like this in this pile. And I feel that you're being very effective at canceling it out. You're being very effective, pile 2. That's your reputation in the spirit world, is you know how to cancel out and overwhelm negative energy with positive, constructive energy of your own. It might be your own, it might be your own doing. That's possible. Perhaps you have been sort of subconsciously yucking up your situation, but you're correcting this pattern now. You're correcting it, okay? Let's take a look at your first tarot card. We have Morality. So this is the Osho Zen Tarot. It's very unconventional. So I'm going to be using the booklet to help us understand these cards a little bit more. I'm well trained. I actually have certificates and training, almost 5 years from a mystery school and training as well. And so I'm very well grounded in the Rider-Waite style, tarot, meanings and symbolism. But this is kind of off the beaten path right here, this Osho Zen Tarot. So this is the Suit of Cups. This is the Suit of Cups, okay? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords here. Okay, the Queen of Swords. You're very intelligent, Pal2. You're very intelligent. I feel like you're very. I feel like you try to keep things. You keep to certain principles. You keep certain principles. You're very self-aware, and you try to do the right thing. You try to do the right thing, Pal2. That's your reputation in the spirit world. Okay. Understanding. Wow. I mentioned that earlier on the psychic, in the vibe check portion of the reading, that you try to be understanding. You know, and no one's perfect. I'm not saying you're perfect, Pal2. I am saying that you do try, and you may have been on a journey where you came from a place where you understood what it was to do right, but you didn't quite have that figured out yet, okay? But you know, it wasn't, you didn't have an awareness. You hadn't developed the full awareness of what it was to do right, but you logically understood what it was to do right. But now you're developing the awareness of what it means to do right, and when you've been doing right, your awareness has been leading you to actually do good, an effortless type of good that you've been doing in your life or doing towards others is what I'm getting. Next is the Page of Cups. So we got the Queen of Swords. Now we're getting the Page of Cups. I feel like you're being freed from something. You've been freed. This could have been the jail cell of your mind. Perhaps you're very limited in how you viewed something or how you viewed someone. You now understand something that you didn't understand before about what it means to do right in your life towards yourself and towards others. There's a journey. You've undergone some type of journey of understanding, of strength, of development. And it's very much, you know, trying to work with your mind too. That's kind of what I'm getting, okay? You've worked on some ideas that maybe had limited you in the past, and you've worked through some issues. You have gained a certain awareness, and now it's like the jail cell has been opened, the jail cell of your mind, and you're now free to go explore and join in others who think, you know, big thoughts, who think outside of this limited thinking, okay? Now, another message I'm getting for you, Pal2, is that you have been recently released. Someone has released you, okay? It's possible you've been forgiven for something. Someone that you've been dealing with has wised up and has forgiven you and has stopped keeping you inside of this limiting cage of how they view you, how they treat you, how they see you. And it's almost like you haven't realized it, but you're only just now starting to realize it. That's another message. Take it as it resonates, leave the rest for others. I do feel like maybe you thought that you were very, very intelligent at one point, but in reality there were some things you had to learn, and it's like you have come to a new stage or new level of awareness, and you now understand your situation better, okay? Next we're getting flowering. Exactly, you're flowering, Pal2. That's what I've been saying here. Something is evolving. You know, you're on a journey. This is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing that you are flowering when it comes to being more compassionate. I'll be honest with you, being more compassionate. Doing real love, okay? Becoming more enlightened and just spreading, there's a certain generosity of spirit that is developing within you, okay? I'm also getting that this could be how you're being treated by others. All right. You're being treated with compassion now. You're being freed. Okay, so back to that storyline of someone who's forgiven you, someone who's decided to stop putting you in a box. I do feel like this person is now having compassion towards you, is now, releasing you out of the doghouse, so to speak. Okay, so that's a sub story. You don't have to, if it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. I think both could be relevant though. But I am seeing that you are living in abundance too. Okay, that you've attained a certain state of blissfulness, benediction. Okay, and you are no longer being contained. You're being released, and you're releasing this outside of yourself. Okay, you're no longer keeping it inside of yourself. You're letting it out, and this is transmuting or transmitting into or transforming into actual material abundance. So I do feel like at some point you are limited in your morality. You're limited in how you were, treating others too, and treating yourself. And because there's been a new version of yourself has now been born, and you're freeing yourself, you're freeing your mind, you're freeing your spirit, your loving nature is unfolding. So also is your physical and material nature unfolding. Okay, your ability to overcome what limited you in the past. Okay, you are becoming, your heart's opening up. I'm seeing the bodhisattva and the lotus, your heart's opening. And so also is your ability to manifest wealth. Okay, so you may have been stifled when it came to wealth manifestation in the past, and that was directly linked to your ability to be loving to others. I'm be straight up with you. Okay, you understood certain concepts and you would act in a certain type of way. Okay, you understood, well, I know that, technically speaking, one should play fair. If someone does this for you, you should do this for them. I get that. But you didn't really maybe get it in your heart. You weren't living from your heart, and now your heart's opening. And it could be that this has been happening this way because you're a cautious type of person. All right, and you're very, very mentally or intellectually aspected type of personality. Okay, you're more about the mind. That's just who you are. Okay, that's who you were. But you're learning to see outside of your mind and get more into your heart. And this, you're being rewarded with this by having a more blissful existence. All right. And you are also manifesting greater wealth into your life. All right, let's move on to your next tarot card. We have isolation. Got the ice. Very intelligent, Paltu. Very intelligent. That's your reputation. That ice, like the mountain peaks in the full card represent abstract thinking, mathematics, advanced, like physics, mathematics, algebra, calculus, abstract concepts. You're very rich in this, Paltu. You're very, very intelligent. You're very heady, very intellectual. Isolation. I feel like you have a reputation is that you tend to stay cold. I think you're trying to prevent yourself from being hurt, Paltu. Okay, but it's like you've kept yourself locked in for a while now, but this sort of it's a self-preservation technique, but it's also cutting you off from feeling for others, having empathy. Okay, you needed this definition, you needed this boundary. This is what I am, this is what I'm not. This is who I am, this is who I'm not. The I. And you're real big on this, or you've been really big on this. Okay, which was preventing a certain flowing. Okay, but the lack of a flow, think of a waterfall, and now we're in the mountains and the waterfall has frozen into ice. There's no movement. And so what this implies is being afraid of love. Okay, pile 2. Your reputation is that you're afraid of love because you've been hurt, possibly. Okay? You're more about the logic. You're more about the mentality of things because maybe you felt it's kept you safe from others. But I see that this is changing. Love is warmth, though. Love is warmth. And I feel that you have been allowing yourself, especially with the Page of Cups. Cups is the heart, okay? You've been allowing yourself to, you've allowed certain concepts have actually led you to lower your guard. You see, the bars have come down to lower your guard. And you're now contemplating, should I go out there and mix and mingle in the sky, in the warm sun, right? Let the rays of the sun hit me and melt this ice. You've been undergoing this process. And this is directly tied into how you manifest wealth. That's just your unique journey. It may not be the same for everyone, but this is certainly your journey, pile 2. The warmth is melting your boundaries. Okay, because and when the boundaries are disappearing for you. Okay? And this is happening because joy is not cold. Joy, true joy, is warm. Letting yourself feel joy again. We have past lives. Yeah, you've been through some things. Pile 2. You may have been through some traumatic experiences. You've got some baggage, okay, for sure. And your reputation in the spirit world is that like I said, you're very intelligent and your mind is huge, man. You've held on to certain things, though. Maybe you needed to have let go of some of these things. Let's check it out. Past lives. This is Major Arcana number 18, which usually translates to the moon. Let's check it out. 38. Page 38. I feel like, definitely your current life has had some trials. Okay, and you've come into this current life with a certain frozenness. And this is part of why you're so intelligent, is because you invested a lot of your energy in intellectual pursuits. Okay? You decided that's where you need to be because maybe you don't understand the matters of the heart. The matters of the heart are messy. Okay? It's messy. Emotions, the heart, intuition. And you have found safety in thought. You found safety in intellectual pursuits. And this is to answer to not just trauma or that you have experienced in your current lifetime, but also past trauma from past lives. You're carrying baggage from past lives with you, pile 2. Okay, and it's like you still have these memories subconsciously. You still do, because this is the moon. You have been going deeper to find another door in life through meditation and through spiritual work of some type. Okay, I mean, it's hard enough to carry even one life, but I'm getting, pile 2, that the past lives have been sort of trickling in for you, influencing your behavior, influencing your journey. We have transformation, number 13. You're undergoing a major transformation in this current life, pile 2. That's your reputation. You're undergoing a major transformation. And, this is death, okay? And death is not dying, okay? Death is changing forms, changing states, and evolution, okay? Evolution. You are evolving in this current life, pile 2. That is your reputation in the spirit world. Let me take a little closer look at what type of transformation you've been undergoing exactly. I feel like you've been creating balance in your character, pile 2. There's something very powerful going on with you in this lifetime, and we're going to find out more about it as we go along in this reading. You're learning how to handle, poisonous or toxic energies with grace and gravitas. You're not letting it crush your spirit. You're you're rising when it comes to how to deal with lower vibrational energies within yourself and within others. You definitely worked on your intellect quite a bit. So I see that you're holding on to that as one of your tools. But now you're very balanced when it comes to the light, the spiritual light. You're creating balance when it comes to the spiritual light of reason. Okay, the type of reason that comes from it's a crown, your crown chakra. Okay, this is the highest and primary energy center located at the top of your head, and you become blah. In this lifetime, Paltu, you become spiritually connected, and you're getting more enlightened, and you're starting to gain a perception of the unity in the universe, how you're connected to others. Remember I said there's a sense of separation that you've had. This is me and this is you. This is me, this is you. And it's frozen, okay? But you have been learning to, and you're in the junior stages of this, open your heart, okay? And it's flowering. I feel like you've been learning a lot when it comes to this. And you're learning to understand that maybe some of what you've been barring yourself from is past life memory and not current life memories. And this icing that you've been doing, maybe you're realizing, oh my gosh, that's too heavy-handed. I'm reacting to what happened, hundreds of lifetimes ago, or all my past, all the baggage from the past. That's not what's happening now. I need to be more balanced in how I'm viewing my current life circumstances, because it's too much. If you are reacting to all the baggage from the past, then of course you're going to be very heavy-handed. But you're transforming all of this in a major way. This current lifetime of yours, Patu, is a turning point in your soul's journey towards refinement and just refinement of your soul. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards to get more information. We have new beginnings. What did I say? You see? You're creating a new beginning for yourself, Paltu. When it comes to what it means to be moral. What is morality? Is morality just an intellectual concept? Or does it come from your heart? Is it based on empathy? Okay, that's one type of new beginning you're creating for yourself. You're stepping into a new world. You're taking a chance. You're taking a big risk, actually. Huge, because this is the Fool card. It's major arcana. And you're leaving behind, you're stepping outside of a door and leaving behind, the way you used to wall up your heart, the way you used to wall things up and have very strict boundaries. And it's not about you, it's about me. And, when really it can be both about you and about the other. It can be about both. And, this strict boundary was all in the past, was all about self-preservation because of what you've been through. But there's an evolution that needs to occur, and it's currently occurring. This is your reputation right now in the spirit world, is that you are stepping into a new phase of your soul's journey. You're being brave, you're being bold. We got the Fool's bag of experiences from past lives, actually. You're holding on to it, but you're not letting it define you anymore. You're truncating it. You're cutting it off here. You're saying, okay, you're not cutting it off, but you're sort of creating a tie. You sort of have a twist tie. And you're saying, all right, I'm going to create a separation between the old news and what's currently happening. I'm going to do that, okay? There's no way to cut it off completely. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Okay, but you can sort of create a new chapter. And that's what you're doing. Okay, that's your reputation. We have the Starborn. We have an egg. Oh my gosh. The cosmic egg. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I think you're starting to see, cause and effect. Is it cause and effect, or is it effect and cause? Or does it really matter which direction that goes? I think you're really starting to dwell on the meaning of what that is, Patu. You're starting to dwell on the meaning. Is it really about, they did this to me, so therefore I'm like this? Or is it really that this chemical reaction started here, So therefore, it leads to this state that has occurred. Or is it that the state that occurred, maybe it's in reverse, the state that has occurred is sort of invoking, all right, the chemical reaction of the past, quote unquote. All right, which came first? Is it the chicken or the egg? Because if you think about it, we are on a cyclical path. It's not a linear thing. It's cyclical, right? So if maybe you're starting to realize that, oh my gosh, me being closed off is what has created some of these. And hear me out, okay? Me being closed off is what has created some of these hurtful experiences of the past. If you truly embrace this whole concept that things are cyclical, and I feel like you are, you will start to realize that the present is what matters the most. It's not the things that happened in the past. It's how you are behaving in the present. And I feel like this is something that is starting to crack wide open for you. You're beginning the hatchling phase. You know, the hatchling, we got the Page of Cups, that's the baby. Stepping out. All right, seeing that, oh my gosh, what if I start off this hatchling phase? This is what you're realizing, Pile 2. With love, with empathy. And forget about the past. Just be empathetic. Just be loving. Just be trusting. Just step out. And start there first rather than start with cold concepts and rigidity based on past pain. You're a child of the universe, Pile 2. And, you know, this is your reputation, is that you're very young when it comes to this, like the wonder of the universe from your heart type of thing. Okay, let's keep moving here and see what else is coming through. Drain. Yes, exactly. You're purging negativity. You're purging those yucky thoughts or those yucky ideas that you held on to that were limiting you and holding you back. Here again, we're back to that concept. You can see the rods that are sort of at the end of this drain. Okay, you're purging something. You're purging something. You're expunging something right now. You're getting rid of the yucky energy of the past. You're letting it go. You know, I got that with the past lives. There's some distant past memories, or distant past memories from a past lifetime, also past lifetimes, that are influencing how you have been behaving, or how you have been handling and processing life, or they're at the root of this sort of calcification or iciness. Okay? You're learning to get rid of the garbage and say, okay, it was garbage. I need to let it go and focus on living from my heart. This is where you are currently, you're tackling this right now. Okay? You're detoxing. And from this detoxing process, a flower is growing in your heart, Pile 2. There's a flower. The flower of compassion. The flower of nurturing. The flower of care for yourself and others. The sewage is being dumped out. We got the witch, experimentation, rebellion. You're rebelling against the way things have always been. This could be a person you're dealing with who has kept you imprisoned. All right. This could be maybe, I think it's a message for you, and it's a message for in relation to someone in your life or some situation you've been dealing with, is that you have been learning how to become unstuck. You're stepping into the next phase of your life. You're becoming unstuck. You're experimenting with handling things differently in your life. I'm getting witchy vibes, witchy energy. I think also you've been very interested in sort of spiriting this calcification or iciness out of your life. You've been very interested in getting rid of it. And you've been working on it. You've been maybe even doing some spells or praying about it. You're doing some deep inner healing and soul work right now. Okay? Let's keep it moving here. I want to get this picture together. We got passion, and pleasure. Prison. I said prison. That's it. Savor your life. Yeah, I feel like the message here, Pile 2, is that you're realizing, oh my gosh, the past is the past. I need to enjoy the present. Right? And if you start enjoying the present, guess what you're going to create in the future? Right? Since everything's cyclical. You're going to create greater and greater pleasure in your life as you focus on pleasure in the moment. Focus on togetherness. Focus on joy. Focus on celebrating and enjoying what is good about your life. What is good about, good things, good people, good improvements, and things that are going right. When, taking every opportunity to celebrate, to enjoy your life with the people you love. I see a couple here. This dancing, you're learning to engage in the now in a very positive manner, rather than dwelling on the pain from the past or from past lives. This is different for you. This is different. Okay. And you're doing it not just like from an intellectual place, but you're doing it from your heart. Next, we have soulmate. Yeah, I saw a couple here. Now we're seeing a couple here again. So you may have someone in your life, Paltu, and that person is your soulmate. Your reputation is that you found someone who's a soulmate of yours, who you're working through some of these issues with. Your soulmate is here to help you transform this issue or whatever concern you've been having around being cold or being all about yourself or looking out only for your interests and not really caring about what the other people are experiencing or whatever, and coming out of this cold, calculated phase and into a loving phase, an empathetic phase, coming out from behind your thoughts, your thought prison bars of, this is how it is, this is what I think, and stepping outside of that, okay, to connect and go out into the warm sun and let that ice be melted. It's a process that's being triggered by your soulmate. And if you don't have someone in your life right now, you probably will meet someone like this. All right. Or you may have a friend that's supposed to help you undergo this transformation. This weight you've been experiencing is not just from your current life, it's from past lives as well. Okay. Next, we have clown, a sarcastic personality, joyful times, and the effort to seek enjoyment. In some tarot decks, the Fool card is a jester. You are seeking joy right now. You're forgetting the past, where you're imprisoning yourself with certain thoughts, certain ideas, and you are now looking outside of that to focus on what's fun. You may feel stupid. You may feel like, man, I'm being dumb. I really should be thinking about, quote unquote, thinking about, the things that have happened, how life is, how life has treated me, how harsh this world is, what I've learned, my concepts, my thoughts. But your reputation, Paltu, is that you're learning to chunk all this away and be carefree again. Be happy again. Be joyful again. And even if you've got to paint on the smile, do it. That's what you've been doing. It's time now to try this. It's time now to rebel against the way you've been doing this icy formation. It's time to experiment with something new. We have death. Yes, definitely. We got death twice coming up. Transformation, number 13. We got death here in an oracle card. Time to let the old forms pass away and allow yourself to be reborn, a baby again. Okay, I'm almost getting like born again Christian or born again vibes, where you're allowing yourself to scrap the old and step into the new. This innocent phase. It's an innocent phase where you're allowing yourself to be innocent again and allowing others to be innocent in your eyes. Someone may be allowing you to be an innocent again in their eyes. They're allowing you to be an innocent. Starting over and holding on to the things you've learned. Hey, this is not about being a complete dunce here. You're not being an idiot. You've learned some things, but you're not letting those things define your existence. You're learning to say, yeah, I learned some things, but I'm going to use those things to improve my new innocent life, not cage myself, but to empower me with wisdom as I approach life in an innocent way again. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Next, we have number 26, constellation. Compassion is coming up again. You're learning to have compassion for yourself, Paltu. You're learning to have compassion for yourself. Compassion for yourself is forgiving yourself for the things you did in the past. That's true. But it's also compassion for yourself is letting go of the painful thoughts, the painful memories, things that were done to you. It's compassion to yourself and compassion to others. Because when you hole yourself up, imprison yourself with the sewage of the past, you may think, oh, I'm punishing this other person. I'll never forget how you did. Or I'll never forget these painful things that happened to me. I'm never going to let it happen to me. You're punishing yourself over and over and over again. This is not compassionate to yourself. And because this means you're now stifled. You can't grow beyond that. You can't live. You can't enjoy. You can't have joy. You can't see yourself anew, and you cannot see others anew. You're saying, nope, it's got to be frozen in ice. This is how it is. It's a punishment. You think you're punishing others. You're actually punishing yourself. Or you're punishing yourself as well. Because what's going to end up happening is you're thinking I'm punishing others because I'm remembering how they are. What if this person evolves and grows, right? And they move on. They're no longer trapped by that bubble. But you're trapped by that bubble. You may think, I'm going to remind them of how they were. But if they've truly released themselves, then they're not being reminded. They're not thinking of how, they hurt you and feeling sad or bad about it. They've let go. They've let go of punishing themselves. They've let go of punishing others. You're not even capable of receiving the good things they can give you or the good things that life can give you. This is about forgiveness of yourself and forgiveness of others. This is your reputation in the spirit world, is that you're currently undergoing this process, and I'm so proud of you. You're now giving compassion to yourself by refusing to hold on to these memories as tightly as you once did. You're just extracting the lessons, right? Just as that's what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to extract lessons and let go of the yucky memories, or twist tie it off, so it's not infecting your present joy. This will allow you to let these old forms pass away, so you can now enter. Look, this woman's entering this new sphere. Okay, this cloaked figure is now entering a new part of the world that they're in. Okay, a gateway, and this is what's happening for you, Paul. To a new version of yourself is being born. You're being cleansed. Okay, you're rinsing yourself in the cleansing waters of forgiveness and compassion for yourself, as well as compassion for others. I'm getting the ugly duckling, look, and then it's being transformed into the beautiful swan. You're now seeing that this, what you experienced in the past was a coming of age, truly, not a prison. You're letting the prison transform into lessons. You're letting your view of what happened in the past. You're viewing it as some type of jail cell or a trauma that's going to keep you stuck forever. You're now starting to realize, oh, it was just it's a gateway. And when I'm ready to pass, look at the lattice work. When I'm ready to pass through this, there'll be good things waiting for me on the other side when I'm ready. And I think you're deciding you're ready. We have 29, woman, wife, questioner, herself, female querent, female femininity. So you may be a wife, pile 2. This may be about you realizing that this could be about you growing into from a girl to a woman. Okay, maybe allowing yourself to be a wife. Maybe you had these thoughts like, I don't do men. Men are painful. Men are hurtful. And you realizing, oh my gosh, not all men are painful or hurtful. I just learned some lessons that some men are. And those lessons are going to help me identify who those men are so I can avoid them. And and I can release the pain and focus on the lessons. The lessons are there so I can more wholesomely protect myself in the future. Not protect yourself in a stifling way where you're not doing anything and you're not moving and you're not progressing, But you are stepping into this beautiful new garden with tools under your belt, with experience. But it's a beautiful new garden, new beginnings that you are now able to enjoy. You may be dealing with a woman. There may be a woman, maybe a mother figure in your life, who is, maybe you're going to be seeing this person anew, or you're going to be letting I just see the sun coming through and thawing that ice, pile 2. Your ice is being thawed, pile 2. That is your reputation in the spirit world. Your ice is being thawed. You're learning to see someone anew, or you're letting yourself become warmed up and open. And when your joy is a warm thing. So you have been unlocking this. You've been unfolding this. You've been letting yourself thaw. And this is a great act of compassion towards yourself in an unfolding, an evolutionary process. We have the crown chakra. Did I not mention the crown chakra earlier? Spiritual serenity. The crown chakra relates to, is the 7th and highest primary energy center. Located at the top of your head. Yeah, I saw it here. You see? Right there. And it's like the phoenix is rising from the ashes right behind that. Looks like another swan too. But here again, the chakra is coming up. It says spiritual serenity. You're savoring your life more. You're learning a balanced way of living where you're showing compassion to yourself. And this compassion to yourself, it's becoming a compassion for others as well. Right? Flushing out the toxins, letting go of nasty memories or nasty old habits of closing off, being cold, being about the head over heart, about the intellect, the memories, and that's it. You're letting that go. Okay? This crown chakra experience, I feel like you are healing your crown chakra. You're allowing yourself to become linked with the universe. You're lowering the gate so there can be a spiritual connection between you and the rest of the universe. You are formally closed off. This is where this cold outlook, where your thoughts were all that mattered, and your thoughts were reign supreme. Your memories, your judgments, your analyses reign supreme. Or your intellectualism. Okay, maybe you're a really good scholar, you're very intelligent, and your genius, your smartness, your intelligence reign supreme. That's now being balanced out. It's being balanced out with spiritual connection with others, compassion, warmth, letting the warmth melt these calcified, crystallized thoughts so it can make room for spiritual connection. Okay? Possibly with someone else, with yourself, with other people, with past painful memories, perhaps traumas. And you're learning to now, this is allowing you to live more in the present and live in love more in the present. The web weaver. Synchronicity, divine intelligence, you see? Cause and effect. Oh my god, I mentioned cause and effect. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? I mentioned that earlier. Oh my gosh. Pal 2. You're learning that, it's funny because there is this idea that cause comes before effect. It's a very rigid thought. It's a very rigid thought. And when you open up, and when you've been evolving to the idea, when you've been opening up and evolving into the idea that effect comes before cause as well. Okay? So I'll give you an example. 2 versions of yourself enter a store. The first version has had some really bad things happen. You walk into a store and they treat you like crap there. Okay? This is an example. Just follow me here. Just stay with me here for a bit. And you go in understanding that there's a crabby worker there. You know this person. Maybe their name is Lily or something. And they're an ass. And they've treated you in weird ways, but you don't have any choice. This is a store you got to come to order what you got to order and get what you need. And you're ready for this person. You're ready to fight. Or you've stonewalled this person out. Okay? You go in and this person is, the way they normally are. This is version A, right? The way they normally are. You're fighting them. You have another horrible experience with this person. And you walk out with just disgust in your mouth and anger in your soul. Okay. Version 2 enters the same store. Okay. And this version of yourself is like, you know what? I know bad things happened in the past, but, I don't want to stress anymore. I don't want to stress anymore about the bad things that happened. I don't want to be a vessel for these negative thoughts of what happened. It's yucking me up. Something about version B, version 2 of yourself, has correctly identified that going over these thoughts and holding on to these thoughts of what happened has been making you feel sad, making you feel yucky. And you decide, even though that person is still there and everything, okay, you decide, you know what, I'm not gonna attach myself to that cause in there, that negative cause of the way I'm feeling. I'm gonna create a new cause. The new cause is gonna be me deciding I love myself and I want to clean up my space, my internal space. That's my new cause. I have compassion for me. I want to feel good in the moment. I don't want to let that determine my day or my mood. That's a new cause. You've inserted a new cause. Okay? It's no longer this person out there pissing you off, acting like a little bee. So you go into the store and this new cause is what's shining forth. You walk up and this person, let's say Lily, is still being themselves. And it's not about forgiving them. It's not about trying to be good for them. It's about trying to be good for you. Okay? It's about enjoying who you are. This inside is pure again, and you're protecting it. You're protecting this egg of purity inside of yourself. And so while Lily's acting up and all that, Lily's noticing that you're not fighting her back. Lily's noticing that you're not looking mad. Lily's noticing that you're not looking like you hate Lily. And Lily's like, okay. Lily calms down a little bit because now you're making Lily look crazy. You're not dancing with Lily on this anymore. Lily is the crazy one. And it's become clear to Lily that she's alone in this dance. You're not doing it with her. For whatever reason, she hasn't sussed you out yet. Okay, why this is happening. But she's realizing she's not your cause anymore. That you're good within you. You're no longer attaching to her behavior that she's chosen to get into as the cause for why you're going to be in a bad mood. Or you're not relying on her storyline to justify your yuckiness. Okay? Consider this. Heck, you see how that changes the whole thing? You see how that changes? And now you've had an effect. I'm not saying you changed Lily, but Lily's acting a little differently now because you're not getting into that with her anymore. Okay? Consider this other scenario. Version 2 walks in, and you're not attaching to Lily as cause anymore. You're attaching to, I love myself and I want to just feel good regardless of what's happening. I have so many good things going for me in my life. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to attach to Lily as cause anymore. I'm attaching to me and this motivation to have a good life and to be a child of God and to be starborn. And you walk in and maybe Lily has already been coming to similar conclusions on her own. Maybe Lily has been changing. Maybe the last few times you met up with Lily, she was changing. You didn't notice because she was changing for the better. And you didn't notice this because you were caught up in the full throttle of, yeah, I know how Lily is. And you're projecting what Lily has been on the past onto Lily in the present. So there was no room for change within you, for you to enjoy the moment. Because even though Lily was just, for some reason, we're not going to get into her story. For some reason, she's doing better. Okay? And you are now doing better. You walk up, you are like, I'm about me, I'm about having a happy life, tuning this bullshit out, I don't care anymore. And you're going in, getting your stuff, and Lily's in a better place, and Lily's like, oh, hey, and you're like, hi, and you're not saying hi because you love her, you're just saying hi because you're feeling good and you're okay with yourself. And she's like, yeah, okay, so how much would that be? And it's all peaceful, all the interactions are peaceful, and you walk out, there's no problems. You see? You see how, whether Lily was in a good place or not, you having compassion for yourself, you getting out of your head and into your heart, improved the situation and brought good about into the world and into your world. I feel like your reputation in the spirit world right now is that you're trying to you're using your higher intelligence beyond this, like mental intelligence, the higher divine cosmic intelligence, to weave a different type of life for yourself. Okay? You're getting rid of the yuck and making space for love in the moment, pleasure in the now, taking pleasure in what is beautiful in your life in the now, understanding that that should be the cause of your life. Shifting focus. Okay? Next we have the dragon. Wow. How to? You're growing in strength and wisdom. You're becoming very powerful. You're destroying the forces of evil in your life with strength and wisdom. You are learning to protect and guard these treasures that you're understanding of how you should be. They give you a better quality of life. Okay, that are transforming your situation, this evolution, where you're healing your crown chakra. Okay, and you are protecting this process. You may be born in the year of the dragon. I don't know. Just take it as it resonates. This evolutionary journey that you're on is leading you to good fortune. I remember I said that as you have freed yourself, it's not only opening up your heart to compassion, right, for yourself and others, but also wealth, abundance is going to flow more easily in your life now. You are coming into your power, Pile 2. Your full power. You are forced to be reckoned with. Yes, exactly. The path to abundance, you see, is not about acquiring more, but about uncovering the infinite potential within you. You're no longer being limited, Pile 2. You're no longer being limited to these, petty little stories and skirmishes and, or even like limiting ideas, even like maybe the limiting ideas of conventional physics or something like this. You're starting to think, quantum mechanics. All right. You're starting to think, new age ideas, concepts of, connecting with the quantum planes or something, like your etheric body. You're starting to believe in and understand the power of your consciousness. Truly, not just intellectualizing it, but actually tapping into it, experimenting with it, tapping into it. It says here, as you journey inward, you will discover that your true self is limitless, capable of manifesting everything that you have envisioned. There's been some type of limitation in your life, Pile 2, that you have been getting around. You've been applying these concepts and realizing that these concepts are powerful. The concept of the fact that you're not limited by your body. The fact that these memories or trauma, it should not be limiting you. You can process it, but you shouldn't allow it to let it keep your consciousness small. Limited thoughts, poison thoughts, toxic trauma, tiny, material-based thoughts. You're starting to realize, oh my gosh, I need to unfold. I need to unfurl. You are unfolding. You are unfurling. You're realizing that you're limited. You're limitless. And this is applying itself to real life issues in your world, Pile 2. You're applying these big, lofty ideas, principles, and belief systems onto your quote-unquote petty little problems. You're freeing yourself. You're freeing your mind, your consciousness. This is your reputation in the spirit world. Okay, you're coming into your power. The dragon, you got your infinite self. We have single, isolation, independent, alone. You're allowing yourself to be untethered, Pile 2. You're untethering yourself. You no longer. Remember I told you about that example a little while ago about Lily at the store, at the gas station or whatever. Your mortal enemy, or representative of someone who just triggers you. Okay, and you are realizing, oh my gosh, they're not the cause. I am. It's me. I have control of the cause. I have control. And so you're starting to view yourself your cause is independent of other people's problems. You're no longer falling for, oh, that person did XYZ. Oh, this person's being like this. It's about me. Truly, it's funny because we all know of these principles, right? We know of this idea about like, well, go ahead and do your work on the inside. You go ahead. It's all about you. You need to take control. Don't worry about them. Intellectually, we understand it, but we struggle with applying it at times. You're leaving that struggle behind, Paltu. That's your reputation. You're in the process of leaving the struggle of, yeah, but they did this to me. Yeah, but I've had this happen to me. Yeah, but this is what I think. These are my thoughts. This is what I think. You're realizing, oh my gosh, my thoughts are irrelevant. What matters is connection, energy, divine consciousness. That wipes everything else out. That cancels everything else out. You've been canceling out, and I kind of picked up on that in the vibe check. You've been canceling out some type of yucky frequency or energy, maybe caused by others, maybe even caused by yourself. You're canceling it out and you're overwhelming it with this diffuse ambient energy of, I am eternal. I am limitless. I am of divine consciousness. I am cause. Truly feeling it in your heart. Next we have, you are the key. You are the key. A process, a journey, a story, an evolutionary process is unfolding in your life. And this is your reputation, okay? Is that you have found the key to freeing yourself of, acting out or whatever, or being limited and all this. And the key to abundance, to true abundance, which is also part of material abundance. Okay? It's somehow linked to this for you. It's going to trigger and let you have more abundance in your life. You undergoing this process. We got slow and steady. And I don't feel like this is happening all in a big rush, Patu. It's not happening in a big rush. But it is clearly, surely, steadily happening for you. It is. You're on that path now. There's no backing out. You're on that path. Okay? And you are learning that you choose what you carry with you. See that little satchel? And you see the snail shell? You choose the kind of shell you want. It's up to you. That's the cause. You get to choose your shell. You are choosing a shell of limitation. You're choosing a shell of grudges. You're choosing a shell of trauma. You can choose a different shell. That's where you get to be self-determined and independent. For some of you, you might be going through a separation right now, realizing, oh my gosh, I need to get away from these toxic sources, or this, very materially bound source. Maybe someone's trying to tell you, oh, no, there's nothing more to life than all this woo-woo stuff. No, just, what it is what it is. Okay, what it is what it is. They did you wrong. That's all that matters. You need to, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Someone's trying to poison your mind with, very limited thinking or something. Or there's some situation in your life that has influenced you into being very small-minded. And you're getting away from this, Paltu. Slowly but surely. Next we have My Neighbors, the Yamadas. This is a Studio Ghibli movie. Animated movie. There's good luck that's going to be in your life. You're bringing good luck into your life. You're bringing abundance into your life. Yeah, exactly. This is about your daily life, your daily living. The events of your daily life. Your struggles. Okay? That's what is the reputation. Your reputation in the spirit world is you're targeting these things now. You're targeting daily life struggles with this big time spiritual, limitless, divinely connected mindset. You're joining the two. You're bringing it down to the everyday. You're bringing it down to the banal, the day-to-day episodes of your life. The things that are actually happening on the material plane that you've had to deal with in every moment. You're bringing this infinite mindset down to those moments. And it is causing you to enjoy your life more. It is causing you to view things with more wisdom. It is causing you to have more compassion for yourself as you undergo life's daily struggles, and have more compassion for others in life's daily struggles. This is the path that you're on. This is the process that you're currently undergoing. This is your reputation in the spirit world. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, pile 2. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated, let me know exactly how it resonated with you in the comment section. I welcome your input. Take very good care of yourself, okay? Oh, and one more thing. Please do me a favor and hype this video. It's a new feature YouTube has brought for helping small channels like mine to grow. That way we can grow our community, our soul tribe, and unite and help each other out in life. You know, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for bringing your energy to this spread, and it was a pleasure doing a reading for you. Take very good care of yourself, okay? I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye. Welcome to your reading, pile 3. Let's move your number over to the left. You ended up with this pink dyed agate slice. You ended up with Virgo, Pisces, and Gemini. Okay. So, pile 3, what is your reputation in the spirit world? So, your reputation in the spirit world, pile 3, is that you're kind, honey. You're kind. You are soft-hearted. You are loving. You're trusting, and you're trustworthy. And you have great faith in people, in the world. Or perhaps this is a shift that you've been making, okay? You've been becoming more like this. Also getting, pile 3, that your health is really good right now. Your health is really good, or it's been improving. And this trust you've been having in the divine, that you've been cultivating, is paying off, okay? You're nurturing good vibes. You're nurturing good vibes in yourself and in others, and you're staying innocent, okay? I'm also getting messages that love is very strong in your life right now. You may be very well loved, or you're being very loving. You're also undergoing some type of emotional healing at this point in your life, and I'm just seeing that you have a good friend in your life, or you're being a very good friend these days to people. You have some solid friendships in your life right now. I'm also getting, for a few of you, just take it as it applies and then leave the rest for others, is that you have been protecting your inner child, okay? You've been getting a lot better about honoring your inner child, letting who you are at your core come out, especially the wholesome parts of yourself, and even the not so wholesome, and finding productive ways to deal with your inner child. In case you went through some trauma in the past, you're learning to heal that childlike part of yourself that needs to be, does it need nurturing? You're nurturing it. Does it need to be protected? You're protecting it. You know, if maybe you used to love doing artwork or something, and when you were little, someone mocked it out of you and said, stop doing that, you're wasting time, that's childish, and you stopped. You suppressed this inner part of yourself, this child in yourself that liked to draw, and now you've been maybe sketching more in notepads because you want to, you want to vent this out. You want your inner child to express itself. So there's something like this. That's just an example that's currently happening in your life at this time. I feel like you're just honoring good vibes. You're cultivating good vibes in yourself. Planetary goodwill. You're expressing goodwill to others and yourself. You are having, there's a lot of harmonious relationships in your life, and you're bringing harmony into your life in general. Things are harmonizing. I'm getting like integrity vibes, like you're being true to yourself, and you're allowing yourself to connect with people who are in line with you, and de-emphasizing those that are not, or those interactions that are not. A lot of compassion. I feel like your heart's opening up like a flower. You're being more compassionate, or that someone is showing you a lot of compassion. Now, I feel like there's a lot of positivity in your life, especially when it comes to friends. You have positive friendships in your life right now. You're cultivating those. Maybe you've gotten rid of toxic relationships. You've gotten them out of your life. You're concentrating on messages that you've been receiving, like downloads or your intuition. You're no longer disregarding your intuition. You're paying attention to that, and you're listening to these messages. Or maybe you have a tarot reader or a psychic that you visit, and you're taking their messages seriously. You're trying to really, tune tune in and align yourself with the divine flow of information that's coming your way. You've been very lucky lately. I feel like you've received some type of blessing. You've been getting some abundance in your life as well. Things on the material plane are looking up for you. And even if you, maybe that's not happening. Maybe you're not feeling that way, but I feel like it is happening. So look for it. Look for signs that this is happening in your life. This is your reputation. You're connecting with Spirit, the divine. You're connecting with God, truly and genuinely in your heart. Yeah, I feel like there's something you lost. You've gotten to reclaim it recently. It could be something material. Maybe you lost some jewelry and you found it again, or you lost a phone and you found it, or maybe you lost a vehicle. Like maybe you weren't able to pay for a vehicle in the past and you lost that vehicle. It got repossessed. Just as an example, and you were able to buy another car or get that car back into your life. Maybe you went and got caught up with the payments and you picked up the car. I don't know. But I just feel like it could be, specifically it's an object, not necessarily a person. I feel like I feel like the men in your life have been helping you out more. Maybe you've been getting gifts from people. You've been getting like items or help, like for resources wise, from people in your life. There's a lot of stability in your life at this time. Things are basically on the up and up. Things are looking up for you. That's part of your reputation at this time. And it's partly because you have decided to concertedly focus on being a good person. I'm also getting a message about there's a child in your life that you're protecting. Perhaps that there's a child you've come into, because along with that inner child message I just got, I'm getting that it could be a child too. Like there's a child that you're nurturing, you're protecting, you're doing a very good job at it. This is your reputation. You're doing a very good job at nurturing, protecting, and loving this child, okay? It could be that, your reputation in the spirit world is you're a great parent, or you're a great uncle, or you're a great adult in some child's life. It could be as simple as you being part of that big brother, big sister program or something. Well, it's being noted on the spiritual planes that you're this type of person, okay? Let's take a look at your first tarot card. We have the Emperor. The Emperor. You're bringing order into your life, pile 3. There's order in your life. You're creating stability for yourself, and I kind of picked up on that in the vibe check part of your reading. Things are stabilizing for you. You may have ended up with a successful husband. You may have recently found a man, or found someone in your life. It doesn't have to be a man. Someone who's very stable, who brings energies of stability into your life, who's making you feel very grounded and stable, like a very stable relationship that you can depend on. There's a stable energy going on in your life right now, okay? Next, we're getting Crone, number 9. This is the Hermit. This is a feministic deck, but the energies are balanced, so this applies to anyone watching, regardless of gender. Part 3. You are so, you have experience under your belt, okay? We're getting 2 major arcana cards here. This is about experience. This is about growth. This is about seniority, okay? And you may be a really good mentor to others. Others look up to you for guidance and protection. You are the right person to be trusted with guiding others aright. You're the right person to be trusted with protecting others and creating a foundation of stability for others. You're really doing good work, pile 3. Really doing good work. We have the 9 of Wands. You have persisted, okay? You have persisted. Your reputation in the spirit world, pile 3, is that you've been through a lot, okay? You've been through a lot, pile 3. You have maybe undergone certain attacks, or you've had many trials, many tests and trials that you had to, overcome and hang in there and just, hang in there and persevered, and you've made it through so much. So it's like each overcoming of a trial or difficulty or challenges that you've been through has been like a notch on your belt, and it's taught you a lot, pile 3. You learned a lot. You have a lot of experience in life, so you can actually share your wisdom with others, and you can come at things from a very, at a very senior level, where you've gathered a lot, you've learned a lot. Next, we're getting the 7 of Swords. You may have, dealt with people who tried to steal from you. Okay, there was a fox that tried to steal its way into your farm and steal one of your chickens. Okay, you've dealt with theft, you've dealt with betrayers, you've dealt with liars, people who try to deceive you, people who try to hide things from you, okay, people who try to take things away from you, people who were sneaking around, or people who even try to avoid you and sort of keep certain things away from you that were rightfully yours. And so this is the kind of like difficulties that you've encountered and you've had to deal with. And it's been a journey, and I'm so sorry for the difficulties you've encountered, but your reputation is that you have learned to keep up your boundaries very powerfully against thieves. You're no longer allowing people who seem shady or sneaky to come around you and try to take from you. You know, I'm seeing the boundaries here with the wands, and I'm seeing a boundary here with this fence. Okay, you know, now if the thief tries to come around again, there's all these sharp things sticking out. It's gonna cut them up if they come too close, and you've got a nice tall wall, a fence now. You know, people are interrogated. People are judged. People are you know, you look very closely at the details now. Okay, Pile 3. No longer are people able to pull the wool over your eyes or get past your defenses. Okay. Next, we have the Lovers. You may have a very beautiful relationship in your life right now. You may be getting educated. Okay, receiving education. You've made some really good choices. You've made some excellent choices, in fact, that are putting you in a good position in life. Okay, putting you in a good position. Next, we're getting the Sun. Wow, you are very successful right now, Pile 3. Very successful. You've learned a lot. You wised up. You're learning to make good choices. Perhaps you know, if we're looking at relationships, perhaps you chose people in the past that were sneaky, shady, and did not have your best interests at heart. And now you've chosen someone who is more worthy, someone who is more appropriate for you. Or perhaps this is you. You are just learning to make better choices for yourself and are no longer allowing people to get one over on you. I feel like you're getting popular as well. You're well known. You're full of vitality. You're strong. You have good energy. You're very optimistic. Your outlook is very optimistic as well. Things are no longer being hidden. You now know what's happening. Okay, you have clarity. Okay, wow, beautiful message. Let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards. We have Sacrifice. Wow, Pile 3, you sacrificed your way to get here. Okay, that is your reputation in the spirit world, that you made sacrifices to get where you are today. This didn't just fall in your lap. You did what you needed to do. You leaned in on hope, on promises. You came through on your end of the deal, and you detached. You detached from that which was not good for you, and you allowed yourself to be devoted and dedicated to certain practices or certain activities in order to reach the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay, this is your reputation. Next, we have the Nectar. Pile 3, you are the nectar of life. You've reached the nectar of life. You reached it. You're enjoying it. You have access to the sweet nectar of life. If you have been feeling like, oh, things aren't going quite my way, listen, Pile 3. You are there. Okay, and I don't feel like you're in the middle, like quite in the middle of the thick of it, of the nectar just yet, but you are touching the edges of it. You're there. You're there. Do you still have further to go, deeper and deeper to go, as far as completely getting everything that is yours or reaching the complete goal that you're trying to reach? Of course, there's still some journeying ahead of you on reaching a particular goal or your goal in life in general. But you are there, Pile 3. You're already on the periphery. You're on the outskirts. You're already getting a taste of this sweet nectar in your life, whether it comes to relationships, whether it comes to whether it comes to relationships, whether it comes to your business, whether it comes to wealth or some goal that you work towards. It could be maybe you want to be in the Olympics and you're training and you're finally, maybe you finally qualified and are hitting certain numbers that put you in qualification to be able to get into Olympics next year, but you still need to do some of the qualification stuff, like do the paperwork or go through some steps to get there. But you are there. You've now reached a place that a lot of people struggle to get to. You had to come through some darkness to get here, Pile 3. This is your reputation on this in the spirit realm. We have ostrich. You're a powerful creature, pile 3. You're a powerful creature. And what I'm getting also about this is that you make progress on your goals. You are making progress. You moved quickly. Okay? You made the appropriate sacrifices at the appropriate times, and you have moved forward in leaps and bounds towards your goal, and you're still moving forward in leaps and bounds. There's no slowing down with you, pile 3. There is no slowing down. You're on point, you're on course, and especially when it comes to, you made a lot of rapid progress when it comes to understanding boundaries, that you need to keep yours up against people, keep yours up against certain people. That once you have inspected them closely, if you see some red flags, you keep them out, you're doing the right thing. Okay? If you inspected them, and if you inspected them and they're good, well, guess what? They make it into your farm. All right? And in your farm is a protected place. In your farm is a place where you pay attention to all the details and you choose correctly, and you're doing very well. So this is awesome news about you on the spirit realm, pile 3. Next, we have the air. Wow, you're creating a legacy. You're creating a legacy. I see a crown. I see unseen potential and hesitation. So, pile 3, I think that, you're a little hesitant, though. I do feel like there are times when you doubt this. There are times, because of all the past attacks and all the trials you've been through, I think there are times when you're like, I don't know, man. But the truth of the matter is you're wearing a crown. Remember, I told you, you are there. You are wearing a crown, pile 3. And you have a lot of potential that you're not seeing right now, but it is there. Whether you see it or not, it's there. And you will get there and see this potential grow and unfurl for you because of the movements that you make and that have been making. Okay? You may be hesitant at times because of the way people have betrayed you or deceived you, and maybe that's good. Maybe you need caution. Maybe you didn't have enough caution in the past. But the truth of the matter is that things are going swimmingly for you. Okay, swimmingly. We have unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. Yeah, I feel like, I think part of why you're feeling a little disoriented right now and feeling kind of like hesitant and all this is because maybe you hadn't been here before. Okay, you're in a new place. You are in nectar territory. You're where the sweet stuff is. You almost don't recognize it because all your life you've known struggle. All your life you've known perseverance. All your life you've known sacrifice. Okay? And maybe in that you've lost the ability to detect. Maybe you're not as hopeful as you used to be. You've persevered, but you're not as hopeful that things are going to be great. Things are going to be rosy. And I feel like this is almost a reassuring reading for you, pile 3, as far as what is your reputation in the spirit world, is you are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. You've been making progress. You've not slowed down. You've not allowed shenanigans of others or limiting circumstances in life to hold you back. You have just been progressing steadily. And I think part of why you're hesitant and unsure is because you may be in new territory when it comes to your business or your relationships. Maybe you've never had a relationship that's done as well as the one you have currently. Or you've never had a business that's done as well as the one you have currently. Or you've never been through this many challenges and still standing. That hadn't happened before. But the truth of the matter is it may be unfamiliar to you, but you are exactly where you need to be and you're making fabulous progress. Fabulous. Pile 3. Next we have spiritual guidance. Okay. So I feel that, we keep getting birds. Look at that. We have a bird here. We have a bird there. We got a bird here. Birds are a symbol of freedom, okay, and transcendence. You are transcending past limitations, okay? You're moving off into new territory. Now, I'm also getting that you might be trying something new these days, or moving into maybe trying out, for example, maybe you're an artist and you've been doing a bunch of ceramic work. And you decided, you know what, I'm really into painting as well. So I'm going to try this painting stuff, okay? and I'm gonna try this new thing, and you might feel like, I'm doing something new, I'm doing something different. Is this really where I should be? Yes, that's where you should be. Keep going, okay? Keep going. And you're following spiritual guidance, so that's really good. I feel like that's your reputation, is you're good at following spiritual guidance. Also seeing that there's something you're creating. You're creating generational wealth, Pot 3. I'm getting that vibe as well. That you're creating something that can be handed down to the next generation and the next. You're creating generational wealth, okay? You're not just doing something for yourself, you're doing something for your heir. It could be also that you have inherited something. That's what I'm getting. Your reputation is that you have inherited certain gifts or talents that are really helping you right now, okay? It's in your DNA. Let's move on to your next oracle card. We have bear, okay? So your spirit animal might be the bear. Your spirit animal might be a type of bird, okay? But you are definitely protecting something right now. You're protecting something that means a lot to you, okay? You ever hear that statement, they got nothing to live for? That's not you, Pot 3. That's not you. Or they got nothing to lose. That sound familiar? Yeah. You have a lot to lose, in the sense that you have created a life of value. You have created something of great value, or you have things of great value, things to protect, and you stand your ground. Okay, kind of like I saw the Nine of Wands earlier. You stand your ground on it. You stand on business. Okay, you're willing to sacrifice whatever in order to protect this thing. This is who you are. You will do whatever it takes. You will let go of personal luxuries. You will let go of whatever in order to make sure that this thing you're doing or building is secure, that you're standing strong. Next, we have pregnant. Okay. I got air here too. Now we're getting pregnant. I feel like you might be dealing with a child. That's possible. Take it as it resonates. Leave the rest for others. Also getting like you may be pregnant right now. I'm just going to tell you straight up. If it applies, it applies. But if that's not the case, then I'm getting also that your reputation in the spirit world is that something's cooking. Okay, you got a bun in the oven. Okay, it doesn't have to be a literal baby. There is something that you are nurturing. There's something in the center of you that's growing, that's becoming. You're taking very good care of it. You're protecting it. And it's still in the sort of like infant phases. Something is still, you're nowhere near, you may be tasting success right now, Pot 3, but you have no idea what's coming. Like, it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. If you feel like, well, I'm already doing pretty well for myself. Well, don't just sit back, fasten your seatbelt, because it's gonna get even better. It's gonna get much better, much bigger, whatever this thing is. Okay, you're still in the infant stages of the growth or maturation of this thing. We have Libra, balance. I feel like the word on you, Pot 3, in the spirit realm is that you are weighing things out. Okay, you're weighing things out. You're doing cost benefit analysis. You are making careful decisions. You are contrasting and comparing. Before you make certain choices, you're thinking to yourself, you always think of the consequence, the impact. You're not doing impulsive. Okay, Pot 3, you're not. You're very careful. You weigh things out. You have great discernment, and you crank the numbers. Okay. So I'm also getting that you are watching your weight. You've been making sure you don't exceed certain numbers. You try not to overspend. You've been watching your finances. If there is a legal matter at stake, I'm seeing that you are, someone's deliberating on your case. Your situation is being deliberated upon. There's great progress being made. It may have to do with a child. It may have to do with consequences of some type. Okay. I feel like, there is some type of consequence that's going to be coming to someone. I don't think it's you, in relation to either a child, or it could be someone that broke the law and messed with you and yours. And this case, I feel like punishment is going to be meted out to someone who caused you pain, who was abusive. And also, I'm just getting that your hard work is going to pay off. Your hard work, when we see the whip in the Lenormand, okay, it's about repetitive efforts that were hard, okay? Because, that whipping sound. Sometimes it's you did something grueling and hard repeatedly over and over and over again, and you're going to get paid for that, okay? You're going to receive some type of reward for this. So if you've been doing good things, you're going to get a good reward. If you've been doing bad things, you're going to get a bad reward, okay? The whip is kind of a neutral in that way. I also feel like, especially next to the scales, you're hardworking. That is your reputation on the spirit world. You're very hardworking, Pile 3. You're able to take the pain of what needs to be done in order to be successful. Wear that crown, okay? You are very physically active too. That's what I'm getting, and this is helping you. Maybe you're a good exerciser, maybe you're a good runner or jogger. This is helping you have a good, strong body that's very lean and in shape and healthy, free of a bunch of fat. You're maintaining leanness at this time. You're maintaining athleticism, endurance at this time. Your youth is sticking around, okay? Your youthfulness. We got cosmic egg, birth. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. Okay, I gotta say it. We got cosmic egg, we got the birth. We got the heir, which is a child. We got pregnant, a baby. So I do think that there's a message coming through very strongly for some of y'all that you have a baby on the way. This baby is going to be, this is going to be a posh baby. It's a posh baby, honey. Well taken care of. It's going to be well self-contained. You're creating a world for yourself. You're creating a kingdom for yourself, Pile 3. Okay? Where you're going to be the leader, the king, the queen, the alpha, the omega of this world, of that world that you're creating. Could be a company, could be a business, could be a family. And that's your reputation, is that you're containing everything within you. You're not wasting or threatening, or risking the wholeness of something very important in your life. You're keeping it together, Pile 3. Keeping it together. Next, we're getting the Arrow Master. You're on point. You're on point. You're hitting the mark, right? Your intention is very strong, from start to finish, from conception to execution till manifestation, right? You're hitting the ball out of the park every time, or so many times, okay? You're hitting the ball out of the park. And it's because you're following guidance. And it could be spiritual, it could be about your finances, it could be about your relationships, it could be guidance from your therapist. I don't know, but you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You are super on point, Pile 3. You're super on point, especially also on your soul's journey. How you're supposed to be doing this thing, what you're supposed to be doing. You're on point. And you have developed certain skills when it comes to being accurate, when it comes to hitting the nail on the head, when it comes to attaining your objective, okay? Next, we're getting the wolf. Beware who you trust. You've learned to go it alone. You've learned to do without people who are trying to take from you. Yeah. You've learned to do without people who want to threaten the good things you have, threaten your family, threaten maybe your children, threaten, when I say your children, I mean maybe your ability to take care of your children, or threaten your safe environment for your children, or threaten things you cherish that are very important to you. It could be a business. You've learned to be careful who you trust to bring into that realm. You've learned. Okay. The wolf, I heard dire wolf, okay, in my head. The dire wolf was a large type of wolf that's gone extinct now. It lived in North America and during the dinosaur era. And it was very robust and much more muscular than the modern wolves. Okay. It was like the king of wolves. Okay. So I feel like you've been amping up your ability to work on your own. You've been amping up your sense of independence. You're becoming formidable when it comes to standing strong on your own. All right. And this is really we got the bear, we got the dire wolf, so you're becoming very powerful when it comes to protecting that which you love, that which you care about. Scarcity mindset. If you believe there's never enough time, love, or resources, you will unknowingly create that experience. Shift your focus from fear of loss to trust in overflow. What is meant for you will never be scarce. So, Pile 3, I am seeing that you may have felt scared. Remember I talked about your hesitation earlier? you felt hesitant about, am I really on the right track? I don't know. You maybe seen certain things, you have suffered certain losses, and this has made you doubt your current situation. And what your reputation is that you are trying to overcome this. Okay, you have dealt with it. That's your reputation, is that you have doubted your ability to have enough. And but I think you are working on being self-reliant, and you're working to overcome this. Okay, exactly. Your working to overcome this. You're a hard worker. I keep saying it. You're a hard worker. We got that with the whip, right? We got that with the Nine of Wands. Tireless activity, tireless efforts. We've got that with the Emperor. We got that with the Sun card. I mean, the Emperor is, someone who stands strong. The Sun is about vitality, and that strength, the ability to withstand. And here we're getting work again. You're working very hard at building something, for sure. You're earning money. Your livelihood is going strong. Industry is working in your favor. You're getting customers. You have workers. You have people working for you. You have people coming to you. Things are growing. You have a rich harvest coming your way. Pile 3. You have a rich harvest. That's your reputation in the spirit world. We have globe, totality. We got a universe and an egg, and now we got the globe. You got it all, Pile 3. You got it all. I feel like this, your reputation in the spirit world, Pile 3, is that you have worked really hard. You got a lot to protect, and you've been successful. You worked really hard. You've been very successful. You are harvesting a lot. You're growing a lot. You're growing in how you handle business, how you handle your world. Your world you're getting richly rewarded. And you got a lot to protect, and you're doing a great job at protecting it. Okay? Yeah, number 20, flying. Yeah. I see great haste, great speed. I see the ostrich running with its powerful legs. We got a flying horse here. Looks like it could be a unicorn or something, or Pegasus type of creature. And, not only do you have the ability to run, you have the ability to fly. You're flying, Pile 3. Your message is incredible, Pile 3. Kudos to you. Kudos. You're doing fantastically well. Fantastically well. Keep it up. Okay? And so I feel like if you're looking at a mirror here, what you're being told is, hey, if you have your doubts, don't have doubts. Don't indulge in scarcity mindset. Do not. Instead, focus on how much you're bringing in. See the fecundity. See the abundance. See the fruition of what you've been doing. Okay? Really latch on to that. Next week, look at that. This is from the Studio Ghibli movie of The Secret World of Agate. Look at her in this beautiful scene here. Okay, Agate belongs to a tiny family in this movie. It's an anime movie by Studio Ghibli, and her family live under the floorboards of a country home, and they borrow the things they need from the human residents who live, above. But she really has a beautiful life. Okay, Agate has a beautiful life. And, it's really important to focus on the beauty in your world, the abundance in your world, right? Some might say, oh, but how abundant could she be? She's kind of like a Thumbelina figure, right? She's part of this tiny little family that lives under the floorboards of a big house. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, does she have a lot? Yes, she has a lot. Because when she wakes up in the morning, she runs out. Her garden, there's beautiful things growing everywhere. There's plenty for her to eat. Her family loves her, protects her. She's in a beautiful world. So forget about magnitude and focus more on what's present in your world. What's present in your world is abundance. Whether in the grand scheme of things it's a drop in the bucket compared to somebody else is irrelevant. It's irrelevant, Pile 3. What's happening for you is abundance. What's happening for you is things are growing. Things are working out well. There's healing happening in your world. And you are appreciating it, focusing on it, and you're noticing it. That's your reputation. And you're being busy at keeping it going. That's your reputation. Okay? You've learned a lot, and you're now standing guard at the door of your world. I feel like your losses are ending. It's come to an end. No more losses. You've wised up. You've gotten smarter. You're intelligent. you're experienced, you know what to expect. You've had all kinds of trials. So you've seen, I almost don't want to say you've seen it all. You've seen it all, really. You've seen scammers, you've seen haters, you've seen, the fact that things can just go bad all of a sudden. You got to be prepared. You've seen all the different scenarios, and now you have information. Now you have experience. So what this implies is that you are going to be protected as your situation continues to evolve, continues to grow. All right? Things are just going to get better and better and better for you. And that is your reputation in the spirit world, part 3. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, bring your energy to this reading. If it resonated with you, please let me know exactly how in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you could be sure to hype me up, it's a new feature from YouTube to help promote small creators like me. And you can help grow this soul tribe you got going on here. If you found this message to be helpful, uplifting, or relevant, please help me by hyping up this channel. You can go to the comment section. At the top of the comment section, you can swipe it left or right. You can drag it and swipe it left or right, and then that will show the hype button area. You can just push hype, and that will help my channel grow. Thank you so much for bringing your energy to the spread. It was a pleasure doing a reading for you. Beautiful energy. Take good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, pile 4. So what is your reputation in the spirit world? Let's move your number to the left. You ended up with the yellow agate slice. You ended up with Cancer, Taurus, and Aquarius. So your reputation in the spirit world, pile 4, is that you're sharp, you're brainy, your memory is very good, and your intellect is very strong. Okay? Yeah, your logic is strong, your memory is strong. Whether or not you've doubted this, I don't know, but I feel like the message is that and maybe this is meant to confirm or help you feel better about yourself in some type of way, but your memory is very strong and your intellect is very strong. You may have had doubts about this, and I think that you're smarter than you give yourself credit for. You are manifesting success in your life at this time. There's a lot of good energy in your life. There's happiness too. Lots of things to be happy about in your life. Your goals are being actualized, and you're no longer in a stage of, conceptualizing or thinking, well, I think for me to be a success, I'm going to have to do this, or I'm going to have to be like that, or there's things I got to do. You're already doing it, pile 4. You're already on your way. You're actualizing, present tense, success in your life at this time. There's light, there's life going on in your life. It's not stagnant, it's not stale. Things are moving for you in your life. Things are also growing. I'm getting there's a lot of growth. There is good luck in your life. There's wealth growing in your life as well. I mean, it's very clear to me. Okay, it's like you got a double whammy of wealth and growth happening in your life right now. I don't care what situation you are facing. What I'm hearing from the spirit realm is that things, when it comes to wealth, when it comes to money, that is an uptick in your life right now. It's like a chart with the activity line going up, up, up. Yours is going up right now. Okay, abundance for sure. I'm also seeing like you have a green thumb, or maybe you're really good at, like, whatever it is you've decided that I'm going to focus on growing this thing. I'm going to focus on, it could be a child, it could be a business, it could be a relationship. There's something you're working on, and I feel like it's very responsive to your efforts at this time. What you touch is strong. What you're putting your efforts into is, I'm getting prosperity, and I'm getting growth, and I'm getting success. Okay. I feel like there's also emotional healing in your life. Things are healing emotionally. Now, let's take a look at your first tarot card. We have the Nine of Fire, the Nine of Wands. Pile 4. Your reputation is that you are persisting. You're like, no, I'm trying to create magic in my life, and I am not going to be giving up. I am not going to be stopping for nobody. I'm going to continue. I'm not giving up on me, giving up on mine, giving up on my success. And it's a very individual thing. I'm getting like it's something you're doing for yourself, or you're doing by yourself. Is that possible? And I'll get more information. This might be a little bit different as we go. We're going to get more information as we go along. But I do feel like there's something you're directly involved in, trying to make either come alive or manifest. You're creating something out of nothing, and it's doing very well. Okay, kind of reminds me, like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Naked and Afraid, or one of these survivalist shows when they're trying to make a fire and they got the fire starter and they're using that wood method, and they're like spinning, and they're trying. Sparks are flying, and then all of a sudden it takes. In a fire, you can see like smoke, the tinder catches and smoke starts to rise, right? Because it's caught, right? And all you gotta do now is fan the flames, put some fuel on it, put some really dry wood on it, so it can now become a fire, right? You're there. The spark's already taken, Pal 4, and something's burning. I can see smoke coming out of it, and you're now adding tinder to it, and it's catching, and the fire is coming from a tiny little flame to a big flame. Wow. You're on your way, Pal 4. You're on your way. We got the 2 of water. You're really into what it is that you're doing right now. There is harmony in your life. You have a connection. You made a connection with something or someone. I'm getting also that there's a romantic connection in your life. Okay, just take it as it resonates and leave the rest for others. And that's going well as well. That's being noticed in the spiritual world. In the spirit world, we got the Queen of Air. Okay, you're applying your intelligence. Perhaps you're doing away. I feel like, here's what I'm seeing too. For some of y'all, here's the stories that you're putting up your boundaries. You got some boundaries you're putting up. You're saying, maybe when dealing with a relationship or potential mate, you have very certain clear standards for yourself. You're starting to be like, I'm not just going to take anyone or anything anymore. I have a clear idea of what works and what doesn't work. And if this man, woman, friendship, business partner, whatever, does not work, if they keep going past those boundary points, then I'd rather do without it. That's the gossip on you in the spirit world at this time. Okay? If you are currently in a relationship, then your intelligence is being valued in this relationship. It's serving this relationship. Your ability to draw boundaries, your ability to continue to grow yourself up and work on something for yourself is serving this relationship. Okay? Wisdom is on your side. Experience has taught you something when it comes to the realm of relationships too. Okay, let's keep it moving. We have the 4 of Air. You're avoiding drama. You've decided, Pal 4, that you need to avoid drama. You need to avoid stress. That's part of what this boundary is all about. Okay, you're not going to allow from drama coming from any source. You'd rather go it alone if you have to infect your life. You're done with it. You're done with stress. You'd rather heal and be at peace and rest and avoid conflict. Because you're recognizing that conflict, because before, what precedes the 4 of Air is the 3 of Swords, right? You decided that certain types of pain are avoidable. They're avoidable. And you will be avoiding them. You've decided to avoid it. You are avoiding certain types of conflict. You are. Okay? You're avoiding certain types of relationship that do not honor your boundaries too. That's what I'm getting. Okay? We have the Chariot. Some of you may be considering relocating. Or maybe you've moved. Perhaps you've moved, relocated. You're changing residence, or you're making progress. I feel like you're making progress too. You're making progress in some type of way. You're making progress when it comes to getting more peace in your life. You're making progress when it comes to honoring yourself, honoring your boundaries, living according to your experience. You're making progress when it comes to maybe healing a relationship or harmonizing in a relationship. You're making progress when it comes to persevering along certain lines. Okay? We have the World. Yeah, so Power 4, you've reached a certain point of wholeness, completeness, and closure. You no longer need closure from outside sources. You don't need that. You are headed for a certain destination. You're clear. Your ambition is clear. Your pathway is clear before you. You know where you're going. You know who you are. You know what your ambitions are about. You know, you are you are very sure of yourself, Power 4. That is your reputation in the spirit world. You realized, oh my gosh, I don't want to waste my time. Is anything a situation where I feel attacked, maybe feel attacked by a relationship or feel attacked by a partnership of some type? I'd rather do without it. Okay, I'd rather go for peace. I'd rather go for having a place of my own even. Or, it's either, basically the vibe I'm getting with this Chariot card is if it's a relationship, it's either we go together in accord, in peace, right? Or I'm okay by myself. Okay? I think that you would like to marshal forces together to move directly in one path towards one direction. No more, I want to go this way. No, I want to go that way. No, I want to go this way. You're done with that, Pile 4. That is your reputation in the spirit world, is you're done with this being torn, and this could be internal to you. Okay? Maybe you've been mixed in your mind about, should I do this or should I do that? Should I go this way or should I go that way? And you have finally made up your mind. You finally made up your mind about which way you're going to be going. Either they're coming with you or they're not. But the way you're going is an intelligent way. It makes sense. It does away with nonsense. It does away with crap. It does away with toxicity. And it's focused only on, keeping out negative circumstances and persisting in creating wealth, status, and success. That's it. Okay, and peace too. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards. We have number 3, solar plexus chakra. And it's located in your abdomen or in your upper or your navel area. Okay, and it is the center that it's a center for your confidence, your self-esteem, your sense of personal power, your willpower too, which is being mirrored here with the Chariot. Okay, and I'm getting that you are now strong in yourself. You're no longer like unsure of yourself or, feeling tested by your environment and being like, well, I don't know. There's no more self-doubt, Pile 4. The self-doubt is gone. You now know what is right, what is not right, and what is right for you and what is not right for you. Okay? So you know like what's right in the general sense, and you know what is right in when it comes to you as well, which those things go hand in hand, right? General principles are applying here. And it feels like, you're radiating from this place. You've healed this place. You've healed this place. You had an injury here where you weren't sure about who you were or what you were about. And now you are. Okay? And you are protecting that space. It's your boundaries now. You realize that the issue where you are leaking, where you're damaged when it comes to your solar plexus chakra is how you do your boundaries. You let someone or something keep crossing those boundaries repeatedly without doing something about it. You let it keep happening and it caused damage. It hurts you. A lot of times when our chakra, in the way we live our lives is being, any given chakra is being damaged, it can be related to certain health issues. Okay. Let me look this up. And the health issues that can come from having your boundaries being broken or being unsure and always being traipsed over and you being pushed around and you not honoring what you're about can be caused by digestive issues. Can lead to digestive issues, IBS, ulcers, acid reflux. You may have like an ongoing case of acid reflux, diabetes, your metabolism may be fluctuating, low energy, skin issues, lower back pain, tightness around your rib cage, your diaphragm, misdirected anger, irritability, feelings of lack of self-confidence, feeling stuck or powerless, like having a victim mentality, like the list goes on. So you've been correcting this. That's what is coming through for you on, as far as what is your reputation in the spirit world. We got the Bardo. Okay. The Bardo. This, circular oracle card is coming from the wild unknown pocket archetypes. I'm trying to get the little booklet out. L is Roman numeral for 50. So let's see what the little booklet has to say about it. 36. L-I. Okay, this is it. L. L. Fantastic. The Bardo. So here's what I'm seeing. The liminal. The in-between. The transition. You're transitioning. Okay? You've come to the end of a cycle. in your life. You come to the end of a cycle as it pertains to relationships or partnerships. That's a strong possibility. Or maybe a relationship partnership with yourself or others. It is said that the bardo is a place between this life and the next, a liminal realm through which souls pass. Envisioning this inherently mysterious space creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of this world and see our relationships through a cosmic and timeless lens. Yeah, you're developing that big view. You developed a big view when it comes to your relationships or your relationship with others or yourself. You're starting to wake up to the idea that certain issues that go past your boundaries are completely unacceptable at this point in your life. They're completely unacceptable. We may receive messages from those who are no longer with us or see visions of lives not yet lived. Yeah, I think you're starting to realize that, wait a minute, I could have a different life. I could have a life that's stress-free, free of pain, free of my boundaries being tested constantly. I could have a life free of that. I could have a life that's going completely in the direction that I wanted to, not being pulled this way, that, or the other. Okay? You're gaining confidence about this. In the bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, to love the unloved, to let go of all the things that cause us pain. See, I said that. The bardo suspends us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us to higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. Part 4. Your eyes have been awakened. You've woken up to something. You're growing up. Okay? You're realizing that you don't want to put up with something repeatedly over and over again that doesn't work for you. Instead, you're pouring magic onto it. You're saying, okay, this requires focus. I'm done with letting this just hang around, causing me stress and pain. I need to do something about this. You're doing something about boundaries. You're doing something about your confidence. You're tired, we got gut issues. Maybe there's something that keeps happening that makes you feel like you got punched in your gut, or like you just felt a sick feeling in your stomach or whatever. You're done with that situation that causes this feeling. So you're bringing about you're closing that cycle. Okay, that's what I'm getting. We have inkwell. Okay, you may be writing something. You may be a writer. Okay, that goes hand in hand with the Queen of Air. You're putting your ideas down. You're writing the life that you want for yourself. This is, the pen is the symbol of the creatrix or creator. All right, this is the tool that you use to craft a different life for yourself. I'm seeing journaling. I'm seeing scripting, right? Scripting where you write down, what kind of life do I want again? Let me write it down. I don't want to get confused or sidelined by the shitty life or the shitty elements in my life. So I'm only focusing on that. I want to focus on, what is the life I want again? What is the life I want? So this could be advice for you, part 4, or your spirit guides are also saying, this is what you've been doing. You've been like, no, this is what I want. You've been also writing certain messages that make your point very clear. You're finally speaking the truth about where you stand, what you're about, what you want, what you prefer, and they are good things. They're good things, part 4. Okay? You're coming from a place of rationality, clarity, and you're done with the pain. You're done with it. We have the herald. You're heralding something. You're heralding something. You're letting people or someone know something when it comes to your regrets. Things that you regretted having done or having lived through, and that you want something different now. You want a life of abundance. You want a life that is free of snakes. You're longing for a life where the innocent can escape the wicked. Okay? There is an innocence in you, part 4. And I think that you are running for the hills, away from toxicity, away from venom, away from venomous people. You want to get away from venomous aspects of your life, and you want peace. You want to be safe. You want to retreat. You want to heal. Okay? You're ready. You are ready for that, part 4. Next, we have reaching your destination. Looks like you may have already started moving. You may have already relocated. This may be something you've already processed all this, and you've relocated or you've moved somewhere else. It could be that you have literally packed up your belongings and gone to go live somewhere different from where you were to get away from all this negativity or attacks. or pain, or boundaries being pushed past, beyond. Or it could be that it could be as simple as you moving into a different room in the house, or, going to go live with someone else, or switched up your office space. Maybe there's a space you sit by at your work next to some people or next to someone, and you have just literally up and left that position and gone to go a different office space, or a different cubicle, or a different apartment or something. And if you haven't already left, Pile 4, I feel like you've already envisioned in your mind. You've already imagined where you could be. You've already imagined your new place where you're going to be living at. That's just idyllic. It's like a fantasy world. It's like heaven. Because where you're going to be, it's going to be like butterflies and clouds and stars, and there's a beautiful meadow and a glittering stream, and just peace, and just all the wonderful things. Okay? No one and nothing is causing you pain. No one is testing your boundaries. Your boundaries are respected. It's just peacefulness there, harmlessness where you're going. You've already visualized it, Pile 4. Okay? We have leader. Yeah, your reputation is that you're starting to take control. You want to take control of your world. You want to be the one in charge. Maybe you don't want a partnership anymore. Maybe this is a business that you're running, and you no longer want a business partner who's doing nothing but, causing you pain and misery, not respecting your side of things, and is just doing it however they like. Maybe they're bossy. Maybe they don't care about your vision. They don't want to incorporate. They don't want to compromise. They don't want to, and so you're realizing, I need to go, maybe I need to half up this business, take my ideas and work for myself, right? It could be as simple as that. And I'll be my own boss. I don't need this business partner. Okay? That's just an example. Okay. Next we're getting dream. Dream. I told you there's a dream place. Look, we got the bubble. Look at that. We got a bubble here with a castle. This beautiful place in your mind that's just gorgeous and full of happiness, full of joy, full of, just people treating you nicely, and good stuff is happening, and you just can't wait to get there. And your reputation in the spirit world is that this is where you've been putting your mind and your heart. This is what you've been fantasizing about. You've been dreaming about. It says things that may or may not be possible, but are always desired to wish for. You're wishing for a better place. Pile 4. You're wishing for something better. You're wishing for something in particular too. You're dreaming of it. You want it. You feel like it would improve your life. It would improve your world. It would improve your experiences. Okay. Next we have payday. Yes, for some of you, it's this wish you have is for a business that's thriving. A business that's gotten away from maybe, shitty clients and moving towards a place where your business is thriving. Things are doing well for you. Or you're maybe a different job where you're getting paid better. You're already visualizing a better job, and where you're getting, you can finally go get your nails done, or you can finally live the life of comfort and get those luxuries you would like. Where you're well off. You're wanting this for yourself. You're aspiring for greater, for better, for higher. You want abundance. No compromises. No making deals with yourself, and maybe no playing it low, no playing low ball, no I guess I'll be okay with this. No, like you're just Pile 4. Your reputation is that you're not making any more compromises on your high standards. The biggest and best that you wanted, you're not settling for anything else any longer. You're not. You want the biggest and the best. And I feel also like this is something that you are currently enjoying. It's possible for some of you, your reputation is that you've ended something that was like you were divided about this thing. It was taken away from this thing. And now you're by yourself. You've reached your destination. And now you're enjoying your wealth for yourself. You're enjoying your life for yourself. I see a very nice home established, like a nice home, a nice comfy bed, a great view, a nice spot, a nice domicile. I don't know what it is. A good apartment in an apartment complex. Life is good. You're paying your bills. You're taking care of you, looking nice, feeling nice. We have patience. And I feel like you're being patient till you get there. So, depending on who's watching, you've already reached this spot, or you've already reached this spot, or you are dreaming it up. You're dreaming it up right now. And a lot of times when you're dreaming it up, that's almost as good as having it. You're almost there, right? There's I don't know who this was. There was a YouTube channel I was watching recently where someone was saying, but I want this and I want that. And they were talking to God or goddess or universe or something. And the God or goddess universe responded with, okay, noted. You're lacking this thing that you want. And then the woman was like, no, that's not what I said. I said I want. He said, when I hear want, then universe responded with, when I hear want, it means you don't have it right now. Okay, fine. Then what am I supposed to say? I mean, what am I supposed to say then? How do I say it? And universe said, well, you could say that you have it. You could say that you talk like you are living it. Talk like you have it right now. Okay, if it's peace you want, start saying, I have peace. And don't lie to yourself. Look at where you have peace and talk that up. I have peace here. I have peace there. I have peace here. I got peace there. Right? Don't make this place where there's a lack your whole world, your whole focus. Focus on where there is that thing. Talk it up, and then you talk about how you want more. You want more peace. So it's the language, it's the perspective that you're coming from. And I feel like you've been very patient and waiting for this thing to come through for you. We have anchor, work, profession, settling down, durability, stability, long lasting. I'm also getting pile 4 that you have decided where it is you belong. You've decided where it is you need to, what is the source for you? Where are you going to be in order to create this ample existence for yourself? Where do you need to be in order to create this abundance for yourself? Right? I think that you have maybe taken out the anchor and you're like, okay, I think it's time to unanchor. It just depends on who you are and what part of this message resonates with you. You've either decided to put your anchor down somewhere. You've decided where you need to go. But first you've unanchored, right? You've taken the anchor out. You're like, okay, this place that I've been attaching myself to, it's not it. It's not it. So this could be energetically. This could be location-wise. This could be emotionally. This could be internally. This could be a relationship. You've just told yourself, it could be a job, it could be a profession, that where it is not where you belong, and you need to find a different place, a better place to go to, okay, to go anchor yourself into. And I feel like where you anchor yourself to is coming up. That's really what it is. Your reputation on Spirit World Power 4 is that you've been considering where you're anchoring yourself to. You've been thinking about it. Where am I anchored to? Is it free of pests? Is it free of snakes? Is it my Shangri-La? Does it honor my truth? Does it let me have peace? Does it leave my boundaries intact? Does it fit my dream world? You're considering all these things now, okay? And it has to match. You're done with that. You're done with compromising. It has to match. Next, we have mountain, endurance. You are taking it on, Power 4. You're taking on this challenge with ambition, with willpower, with determination. You're saying, I will overcome this. I will overcome whatever is between me and my dream world. Okay? Or perhaps you've already dominated this, or you are dominating this situation with your endurance, with your ability to stay focused, with your ability to press on and not give up. Okay? This is really important to you. I'm also getting Power 4 that something's cooking. Something's cooking with you, Power 4. Okay? It's like, the mountain's about to erupt. The volcano's about to erupt. All right? The volcano either has erupted, maybe someone around you has a temper, or there's something that's gone wrong around you, and you're like, okay, I will endure this, but I have a destination that I need to get to. This is not going to be where I stay. I don't want to stay near a dangerous volcano. I want to get away from this dangerous volcano of a situation or of a person. And so you're a ball. You're on the move. You're figuring it out. Okay? I got that with the chariot as well. We got the keeper of the scales, fairness, balance. You want to be treated fairly. You are being treated fairly right now. Okay? And it's like you understand that you will be treated fairly when you're in charge of your situation. You will be treated fairly when you have closure. You'll be treated fairly when I am getting a lot of independence vibes though, for you, Pile 4. That's your reputation, is that you are taking no prisoners, Pile 4. You are taking no prisoners. This is not about trying to make a point with anyone. This is about the kind of world I want for myself, period. It's no shade. It's not petty. It's not weird. It's just about, there's a type of world I want for myself, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. And it's a world where you're treated fairly, where you're being treated in a balanced manner, where you're being viewed fairly, where everything you do, not just the bad things you do, but the good things you do, everything weighs out. And you want fairness. If you've done something wrong, you want to answer for it. It's not about getting away from having to answer to anything or anyone. That's not it. It's, you want fairness, right? This is your reputation right now. Next, we have the gate. A barrier keeps you from your goal. So you are up against a barrier right now, and you know it. You're up against a barrier. There's something in your way from having this. And you're trying to figure out how to close this chapter and go through this gate. Open this gate and get through. You're not going to be gate kept out of this world you want anymore. You're not. You're done. You're done with always accepting, all right, I guess I can accept that, that volcano erupted over there and this thing went wrong over there. Or I guess I can accept that I won't be treated fairly. I guess I can accept that my boundaries keep getting crossed. I guess I can accept that my boundaries are to be negotiated. That my boundaries aren't really my boundaries. They're up for grabs, or they'll just keep getting tested. And you're tired of that. You want to go to this idyllic world that you've been dreaming of, where you are treated fairly, where you're safe, right? You can see the rabbit getting away from the snakes here. You won't be stung. You're not prey anymore. You're no longer going to be stung, whether, unfairly or whatever. This has to do with your work, your career. You're no longer settling. You want to move into a direction where things are better for you. Okay. We have legacy of wealth. You are about that money. Power 1, I get that. About 4, I get that you're doing something right now I'm getting payday and I'm getting legacy of wealth. Right? Quick riches come and go, but true prosperity is built with patience and purpose. Even if the results aren't immediate, know that what you are creating now will provide lasting abundance for the future. Power 4, you are creating something right now. This is your reputation. You are creating something right now that is going to last till you are, look, this person's graying, okay? Till you're older, and it will be there in your old age. Okay? This is true wealth that you're building for yourself. Okay? You will have longevity. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep at it. You're going to get to where you're getting to. Okay? Lasting abundance for the future. A payday that makes you feel good about yourself, that allows you to cover your needs and have some luxuries. Okay? Living the life. Whatever life that is for you, Power 4, that you envision for yourself. We have chew. Deep thinking. Remember, solve puzzles and code word. You're chewing on it, Power 4. You're chewing on, you're remembering who you're about, what you're about, what it is that's important to you. You're trying to solve this puzzle and figure out the code word to get this gate open. This gate into this new reality, okay? A new reality for yourself where things are great, period. No more feeling like your sense of confidence, your sense of self-worth is up for debate. No more none of that. It's like, that you are a good person. You know that you are a worthy person. You know you're a hardworking person. You know you're driven. You don't want to have to keep proving yourself. You're done. You do you, which, that's the proof is in the pudding, right, Power 4? But you don't want to prove yourself to unfair judges anymore. That's another thing. You don't want anyone doubting you and testing your boundaries and acting like what you said you don't want isn't really what you don't want. You want to be taken seriously. So this is a business partner that you're leaving behind. That could be something you're considering. This is what's showing up for you in the spirit world. We got coffin. Exactly. You're wanting to bring something to a close. Remember, we got that with all the skulls in the bardo. Okay. Surrounding this, there's a cycle that you're wanting to bring to a close. A cycle of tolerance for what does not suit where you're headed. You're done with it. You're done with tolerating what does not fit what you feel you deserve. Okay? Next, we have intention. You set your intention. You set your intentions. You're speaking your truth, too. I'm getting that with the Queen of Swords. You said your truth. Okay? You've written your truth in some cases. You may have sent a message. We got the inkwell here. You've communicated where you stand. So it's not like you're playing games, right, Pile 4? You're not hiding your intentions. You're not pretending that you're going along with this and you're just going to disappear someday, or you're just going to switch up on people someday. You've told people what you're about. And the spirit world is seeing that you are truthful. You're truthful. You're a truthful person. You're ethical. You don't play games. You don't try to get one over on others. This is not about other people and winning over others or being ruthless. This is about you are a quality person. You have the truth that you live by, and you are a truthful person. And you're just done with having to prove yourself either to people who don't believe you, or to situations that don't trust your instincts, or don't trust your knowledge, your experience, your background. This could be your career, whatever it is. And you're finally like, you know what? I'm done here. I'm done with not being taken seriously. You set your intention. Look, we got a pen in the beak of the owl. Your wisdom is holding the pen. What you have written recently, what you have communicated recently, is coming from a place of wisdom. This is from Studio Ghibli's Castle in the Sky. Again, more of these castles in the sky. Look, we got a castle. Look, we got a castle in the sky. In the bubble here, you see, you're thinking about the castles in the sky. We got for the cat, it's the fish in the sky, right? The fish in a fish bowl in the sky. That cat's like, I sure would, this is what I would love to have, but I don't get to have that. But that's what I would love to have, you know. So it's that kind of a thing. What is your ideal place? What is your ideal energy? What is your ideal reality? And I see that you are headed for it. We got this train in the sky. Look, we got the chariot. Kind of like Santa Claus's Santa Claus and the elves, you know, and the reindeer. You're headed somewhere great in the sky. You're headed somewhere great. And you're happy about it. Man, this is not a time of sadness for you. This is a time of liberation and happiness. And oh my gosh, I've seen the light. We got two owls here. I've the wisdom, my eyes have been open to the wisdom. The wisdom has become available to me now. I now see that I would clearly be happier in this new reality, and that I deserve this new reality, and I need to figure out. It's a test of your character, Pile 4. It's a coming of age story too. That's what I'm getting. That you've wised up. You know, you can see gray in hair always means wisdom and experience. And you're like, okay, I now know where I should be. Looking at those castles there again. I mean, it's almost like you have maybe a dream location or a dream home that you want, or a dream life that you want, or dream reality, dream experiences. And you're like, that's where I need to be. Not here. Not here where I always got to be on guard, where I always got to be looking out, where I always got to be protecting myself, where I always got to be restating my boundaries again and again and again, where I always got to be hurt, always pain coming my way, my truth not being dismissed, or my truthful character and the good I bring being overlooked. You're done with that. You're done. You've been chewing on it, and you're bringing this cycle to a close. You're successfully doing it. You're successfully doing it. Let me pull some cards for you, Pile 4, on where you're headed, okay? What's going to ultimately happen for you? Okay, let's get some information here. I'll just pull a few cards. Spirit guides. What lies ahead for Pile 4? Spirit guides. What lies ahead for Pile 4? What kind of life lies ahead for Pile 4? If Pile 4 continues along the path that they're on, what kind of life lies ahead? We're getting these two here. Oh, that one came out too. Okay. We have the Four of Earth. Okay. So I see that you'll be coming into possession of something. You're going to be coming into possession of something, Pile 4. Okay. You're going to be, this security is coming your way. You're going to be able to, I see you being frugal. I see you saving your money. I see you controlling, I see your boundaries being honored and holding. Your boundaries are going to be holding. Okay, so I don't know exactly how this is going to go, but your boundaries are going to be left in place, and you're going to be able to hold on to and keep your boundaries in place. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. We got the 3 of fire, 3 of wands. So I see successful business. I see expansion. You're going to be expanding yourself. And I see a foresight, exploration. You may leave a certain situation and go exploring, or you may be thinking ahead. You'll be thinking ahead about, okay, where could this go? Okay, your boundaries are going to be protected, and you're also going to be looking ahead in case your boundaries get broken again. That's another possibility. You can be thinking ahead about, what should I do? What's coming up ahead? So you're going to be aware. You're not going to be just stuck in your current position with your head up your, you're going to be looking around going, okay, sure, my boundaries are intact, but I need to think ahead for the future in case that happens again. Or I think I'll see also that you'll be expanding somehow. You're going to develop reliable allies. Okay, your situation is going to become very reliable. Okay, interesting. Emperor, oh my gosh, pile 4. You're going to come into dominion of your situation. You can be the boss of your situation. You're going to be the boss of your situation. I see that coming up, definitely. Okay, you are going to have a structure that you can rely on. You'll be in a position of authority. You'll be very disciplined, and your life will become ruled by logic. What makes sense. In other words, what makes sense, not insanity, not irrationality. Like if justice, if you've done ABC and XYZ is coming your way, XYZ will come your way. No more, I did ABC and then WRXPUZ came by. It's like, what? But I did ABC. Right? We're done. You're going to be done with nonsensical situations in your future. I see that. By hook or by crook, you're going to get there. Next, we see the 7 of fire. You're going to be standing your ground on something. You're going to stand your ground. You're going to stay out of reach of people who want to attack your position, people who want you to have a different type of life than the ones you visualize for yourself. I feel like you're going to have challengers, Pile 4. You're going to have people who challenge the vision that you have for yourself. And you're going to demonstrate courage. You're going to defend yourself. And you're going to be standing strong. And you're going to get out of reach of these people or forces or situations that want you to compromise your standards for yourself. So I see victory. I'm seeing like you will be getting what you want, basically, Pile 4. Okay, you will. And I am seeing this is a small message. I do see that you'll be saving your money and moving away from something. You'll be in charge, and you'll be staying away from that which has been causing you trouble. Okay. Another message coming through is that your boundaries will remain intact. You will develop reliable allies, will rally around you, people who you can depend on, who when you make agreements with them, they come through on it. Okay, that's what message coming through. Or I'm also seeing that your business is going to do very well. That business you've been working on, your work or your career is going to do very well. This is commercial success. You may be standing your ground also, I see, as far as when it comes to finding a good man in your life. Perhaps you're going to resist all the people who did not meet your standards, but wanted you to lower yours, to come down to them, to humble you, bring you down to their level. You're going to avoid them and find a true divine masculine in your future. And that's what I'm seeing the cards for you, Pile 4. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated with you, then please tell me exactly how in the comment section. I welcome your comments. I love reading them. Thank you so much for being here. And do me a favor, and if you don't mind, go to the comment section, and in the comment section, you're going to see the very top of the comment section. You can slide it to the right, I think, or maybe the left, and then a hype button will appear. You can hit that hype button for me. It's a new feature that's designed to help promote new creators and small creators like my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for bringing your beautiful energy to this reading. Take good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye!